¿Qué tal la cruda, Misa?
Qué rica está michelada, primo. Chicago's finest michelada mix. Michelotis. Contamos con 3 sabores: mango, pepino y sabor original. You gotta try them today with your favorite beer, ya que sea una light o una heavy duty. Hey Piggy, you like gummies?
Yeah!
Pero no son los que tú piensas.
Oh, man.
Chamoy gummies, bien sabrosos. Michelotis. Búscanos en Instagram y Facebook y danos un like. Exige nuestro producto en tu tienda favorita.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Sus compas, los Calentanos Podcast.
Yeah. That was a beautiful harmony, yo. Primera, segunda y tercera. Ya quería entrar la cuarta ahí, yo también.
Señoras y señores, un gustazo de estar con todos y cada uno de ustedes. Y un saludazo para toda la gente que nos sigue en las plataformas de Facebook, de YouTube, de Instagram, de TikTok y no sé dónde más. Hoy estoy con mi compa.
¿Qué tal, amigos? Misael, Arroyo por ahí, mandarle saludos a toda la gente que los acompaña. Especialmente para mi compa Piggy, que llegó tarde, pero tuvo que irse.
Insert cricket here.
Le vamos a llamar la atención ahorita todo el show al compa Piggy.
Pero saludos ahí para todos, especially for our sponsors por ahí, A&J Automotive, Michelotis.
Para compa Michelotis, para compa... ¿Quién más?
El Macho Panzon.
Macho Panzon.
Por ahí saludos, bro.
¿Quién más?
Los compas de Román Gráfico, por ahí, get all your hats. Y los compas de, por ahí también de, ¿quién más, compadre? De Natis Pizza, por ahí saludos a mi compa Maximiliano, saludos for you, my friend.
Capsi.
También estoy con mi compa
Tino Figueroa, por ahí saludos para toda la gente bonita que está conectándose ahí que se están conectando día a día. Saludos para la gente de Ciudad Hidalgo, Michoacán, la gente por ahí del Estado de México, la gente de Zacatecas, la gente que se conectó por ahí en el previous podcast ahí two previous from now, because we got one coming out before this one. El podcast de mi compa Luisito dicen que me caí. Así dijeron.
What do you say?
They told me to shut up.
What?
Es que a veces se pasa de lanza. Ya, primo.
Son muy encajoso.
Nah,
que está bien. Pero
ese es el chiste, estar hablando.
Yeah.
You know? Who wants to listen to a...
Mi jale es socializar.
Eh.
Yo vengo a socializar, dice el Jackie.
Yo no tomo por alcoholismo, ¿no?
Yeah. Saludos para la gente por ahí de Boca Rivera, la gente de Chachán City que se está agregando día con día, la gente de Zacatecana. Por ahí, thank you for the support. La gente de Durango. Saludos. Y también los invitamos a OnlyFans. We got a special right now. You buy 3 months, you get 1 free. You know, for the price, very low price of half price of $9.99. So, you know, ahí nos ven en el OnlyFans. Decimos puras mamadas.
También para la gente de Puerto Rico, primo, no se le olvide la raza de Puerto Rico.
Saludo
para la gente que nos apoya ahí en el YouTube, always commenting, always, you know, sending the shout outs and everything. Gracias por los consejos que nos mandan y bien agradecidos con todos y cada uno de ustedes.
La gente de León, Guanajuato, por ahí. Saludos
yes.
A la gente de allá de León, Guanajuato, por ahí. Saludos que se agregaron ahí en el previous podcast. But yeah, man, aparte de dodging vergazos ahí en los restaurantes, andamos bien, güey. Andamos bien
trabajando. De los aliens en los Vegas.
Aliens, dodging vergazos.
Bro, we got everything going on this weekend, bro.
Yeah, bro. I was gonna say bitches, pero women falling on the cars on a 290.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you saw that one, right?
That was probably the best. That was the highlight.
I mean, it was like twerking or something.
Yeah.
She was twerking and she fell off the
So
car.
this episode,
Whose mom was that?
Whose auntie was that?
Claro que sí. Bueno, señoras y señores, hoy tenemos un invitado. Siempre digo lo mismo, que es muy especial, pero este compa sí es especial porque fue uno de los primeros músicos que se anduvo integrando ahí en el Tierra Caliente Valley con los amigos de Adrenalina. Ahí andaba echando desmadre con nosotros y pues un gustazo de tenerlo aquí a mi compa, el Chabelo.
Yes, what's up. No, hombre, mucho gusto y muchas gracias por la invitación. Ya tenemos trayectoria, mi compa Celso.
Oh,
Misa.
yes.
Yeah.
No, ya.
Se conocen atrás tiempo.
Ah, yes, bro.
Sí, eso sí.
Fue los primeros que nos regañaba y decía, we gotta make a show, we gotta do this, we gotta move, we gotta do. Like,
That's true,
this guy is a showman, bro. Lo que se viene siendo, pues, bien lo dice su grupo, anda ahorita, bro. Anda con Vanguardia.
Vanguardia, un grupillo local ahí en Chicago.
Bro,
que
están
vanguardia.
haciendo desmadre y medio, bro. I mean, so proud of, like, to be called your friend, un musicazo mío también, and I'm like, dude, that's my boy. Y siempre que nos vemos, dude, nos da un pinche gusto por vernos, bro. So, Chabelo, welcome to the pod, man.
Muchas gracias, Prem.
Thanks for the invite, bro. Thank you
Muchas gracias.
por venir acá.
No, gracias por la invitación.
Hey, bro, so where does Chabelo start? Like, where are you from originally? Chicago y de México. ¿De dónde vienen sus orígenes?
I gotta open the beer for
Saludcita,
that
bro.
one.
Saludcita, bro.
Salud.
Salud. Amejado, Piggy.
He's speechless, bro.
That's the plug right there. Piggy, every time we call your name, te vamos a llamar la atención. Así es que, what the fuck, man. No, pues el nombre, la verdad, viene desde cuando teníamos 16, 15. Andaba con los crudos de Durango en ese tiempo.
Se andaba durangueando.
Durangueando. No, me tocó casi de todo, mi compa. ¿Para qué le miento? La época grupera, la quebradita.
So let's go way back, bro. Like,
All right, to the beginnings.
Where did you grow up? Where you actually from, and where did you grow up?
Maywood.
You grew up in Maywood?
Maywood, Melrose Park.
Before the Mexicans now got there?
No, Maywood was still Mexican.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
really?
Melrose Park was like Italians
Okay.
when I moved there, and then there was more Mexicans.
Se te ve el porte italiano, pues.
Sí, sí. So I started in Maywood. That's why, like, me gustaba mucho I like the quebradita, that era, because at that time, pues ahí estaban todas las bandas en Maywood. Estaba Braceros Musical antes, se llamaban
Llaneros. Llaneros musicales.
Llaneros. Antes de eso, Llaneros, and then there was another banda Payaso. They were
I remember
Maywood
them.
too. Banda F or some shit like
I don't
that.
remember now.
There was a bunch of quebraditas with like badass. Pues en ese tiempo, pues La Cotorra, el baterista, Rafit. There was a bunch.
Yeah.
He sounds familiar, La Cotorra.
La Cotorra de
He was
Braceros.
Braceros, yeah.
He was
Ah,
the
I think-
old school Braceros
Yeah.
drummer.
Okay.
He's in Mexico right now.
Yeah, so that's where I started. That was my main. Grupero started because my dad, but I was too little. I was like 6, from 6 to 10. Grupero playing the cuadrito.
The percussions. Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, when I got better.
So when do you figure out you had some rhythm, bro?
I think I was like 5, and my uncles and my dad, they were like, fuck it. The typical fucking, nos vamos a endeudar con un chingo de sonido. We don't know shit about music.
Cálmate, Celso.
I don't know. Okay, this is a plug. It goes back to, I don't know if you're from Chicago, you remember Quality Craft. I don't know if you guys remember that brand, Quality Craft. Era un compa que se llamaba, I'm pretty sure he still lives, El Naranjo, le decían El Naranjo, George. Y él hacía estas bocinas and cases, the carpet, that
No
fucking-
shit. Yeah.
So he used to make those cases, and that's how I started. My dad, I don't know how he met him, but he got me a class, like 2 classes with him, and he taught me how to play drums. He taught me the basics. He taught me like
Oh, yeah, please, I forgot about that.
So
Yeah,
what
he
don't
does.
you play, bro? 'Cause I see you play everything.
not every. I tried saxophone. I sucked at saxophone.
Okay.
I was not good at saxophone or brass. None of that shit. Guitar, I'm not that good at it yet. I want to fucking learn a little bit on it. Pretty much my main thing is drums. That's what I started on. Keyboards. I did.
This is a 10th drummer you bring here, bro.
For real.
Right?
There's a lot of drummers in Chicago,
Yeah.
man, low key.
But they're all talented, bro.
Yeah, there's Duranguenses here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Duranguense, fucking Quebradita. There's a lot of good drummers. So the keyboards I got later on, yeah. So I took a class, 5 years old, whatever, and I got the rhythm.
En la percusión.
En la percusión, pero mi tío ya tocaba la batería. So they're like, le
Ah,
vamos a dar chance en la percusión.
Okay.
So from 5 to 10, there was grupero.
Okay.
You know,
¿Cómo se
from
llamaba el grupo, bro?
Iluminación. Grupo Iluminación.
Iluminación.
Yeah, back in the
Grupero
the
days.
fucking grupero days in la Luna Ballroom, right there on fucking
Yeah.
on la 19, Eagles Club, Marielas antes. They didn't even have a name. I don't think it was called Marielas. It was just called La Cinco.
I remember,
Mariela
I remember
Cinco.
going there back in the day.
Yeah, I was a little ass kid, but I remember all that shit. El Boston, el pinche Casino Tropical back in the day.
So viene de sangre tu talento, bro. Like your father.
Se podrá
And-
decir, my dad didn't play music his whole life.
Oh no.
No, he got over here when he was like 20, in his 20s.
Uh-huh.
And when he was in his 30s, that's when my uncles were like, hey, let's buy the sound system and let's take classes and learn.
Oh, okay.
So he started learning a little bit,
Okay.
you know. But by the time I turned 9, 10, my mom got really sick. So my dad was like, you know what? Fuck the music. I'm going to stay home. You know, can't leave my mom alone. So
Right.
I was already hooked, bro. Desde que
Right.
tenía los 6, like I would start crying with my dad. he couldn't take me to the clubs. You know what I mean? But I
Ah.
would fucking cry like I want to go. I thought it was normal and shit.
I'll be outside.
Yeah,
Just
no,
take
me metían a bañar, güey. I remember all the time. Like, oh, we're gonna shower you.
Para que se duerma.
Yeah, nah, just so I could be playing in the bathtub. But I'm
Just
like,
sneak
nah.
out.
Nah, my dad would leave.
Me
yeah,
quieren
and
hacer
I'm like,
pendejo.
cierra la puerta. After 2 or 3 times, I got el pen. Nah, this is what my dad's gonna do. But I didn't
Van
get
con maña.
yeah. So when I was 10, my dad, dejó. My uncle still kept going. One of my uncles, he took up after me and shit. And at that time, todavía no estaba el duranguense. La quebradita ya estaba like pretty good.
Popping
Popping and shit.
This is the 90s. I wanna say.
90s, 99, 2000. right?
Nice. Okay.
So that's when the Versátil was hitting.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You
yeah,
had a
yeah,
band.
yeah.
There was like
Liberación.
Corvo was hitting. Fucking
yes.
Aladdin, Sol Negro. They were like my favorite band back then. Fucking all these Versátil groups were
Yeah.
fucking killing it, playing
Yeah.
all sorts of genres. Y luego de ahí, pues I was playing the fucking same shit, percussion. After a while, ya empezó a entrar el pinche duranguense. We had to get a tambora, right? So I'm like, fuck, I gotta play the tambora. But this is the next thing,
Right.
natural from that to the tambora.
Right,
Fuck.
right.
So I play that and a tambora. It was the worst period of my fucking life in my musician.
You felt underutilized.
I hated it, bro. I played in a band. I'm not gonna say what band it was or whatever the
Just
fuck.
say it.
Nah,
Oh, you played in another band other than Crudos?
Yeah, I played in a bunch. Man, I've been a hoe, low key. No, I just, I fucking.
Pero-
With my uncle, I kind of got to try a few bands. With my uncle, I tried after Iluminación. He tried to get on the bass, the drummer, and me dio chance of the drums.
Mm.
And then my other uncle was accordion, and we were gonna play norteño, but they wanted to rush way, and it's like you can't just pick up the accordion and start snapping.
Right.
And the same with the bass, you can't just pick it up and I already kind of had the notion on drums, so I was
Right.
like, it's not gonna work, whatever.
Right.
So that's when we joined the Versátil group.
okay.
It was this group, man, this fucking keyboard player. I remember at that time I was already bored of the tambora and all that. And my uncles had left keyboards. They gave up on music.
right.
So my ass like naturally just started fucking with them, the keyboards. Okay, though. I could play all those songs, Árboles de la Barranca, simple shit.
Yeah.
And then I get to this band and the fucking keyboard player, he sucks, man. Like he sucks really, really bad. Like he has no timing. Like I'll never forget this shit. This shit still haunts my dreams to this day. Fucking, you guys remember? Si tu boquita fuera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's choco.
Yeah.
This motherfucker used to fucking trip us out loud because he would play. Bien
Bien derechota and shit.
pinche, se atravesaba bien macizo. Like he couldn't. And I would just get mad. And that's when I'm like, you know what? I gotta learn how to play the keyboard.
Right.
Because this is embarrassing, like.
Este güey está bien pendejo.
Yeah, that's when I remember I already knew the Llaneros guys, but I remember they were already about to become braceros, and we played with them one time, and they had fucking Juan Laredo Jr.
Mm.
We were like the same age. So I remember they played, and that motherfucker showed me off, man. He was like,
He schooled you.
he fucking schooled me, bro. He was just do dancing. Like
Damn, you didn't do the move, bro?
he didn't even play anything. He was just fucking dancing. And I'm like, he fucked me up. And then I'm playing in this band, and this motherfucker, and I'm like, fuck. Like that in my brain, my little ass, because I was like 13, 14. I'm like, I
You
gotta
felt intimidated right away.
yeah, I'm
bro.
like, this is fucked up. Like, I
Yeah.
gotta learn this shit. And I started getting it. I started getting the keyboard little by little. I remember one day, like in practice, I'm like, hey, let me play a fucking song on the keyboard.
Yeah.
And they let me play it. I think it was Árboles de la Barranca. And they're like, oh shit. We unlocked a new power.
Right.
He's not just a little
He's
kid with
leveling
blue
up.
eyes, like plays tambora. No, he could play fucking keyboards too.
Right.
But it didn't last that long in that band. There was a lot of shiesty shit. We were young, when you're young,
Yeah.
motherfuckers want to take advantage and shit like
Like
that.
what, man? Speak it up.
Well, it's just like I'm little kid, right? So I don't know nothing about charging. You know what I mean?
Do they
Like,
pay you then?
no, at that time they were paying my uncle. So whatever I made, he would decide.
De su muchada.
Yeah,
de-
like he would like, here, I'll give you this. Because I was a little kid, we were all young.
¿Cuál juego de Nintendo quieres, hijo?
No, you know what? See, hasta eso que we did make good money because that was that transition for Duranguense,
Mhm.
And if you guys remember, like at the very, 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 very first of Duranguense,
You had a tambora, you were in.
you were in, bro.
Yeah.
Like there was not enough Duranguense bands to travel the country.
Right.
So I was in this fucked up fucking band, bro, touring already, like almost dropping out of fucking middle school.
Get the fuck out
I'm
of
not
here.
even kidding, bro. Like, cause it was just popping. Like Duranguense, like the dude that at the time that we knew that was managing, he was a little sleazeball, but he had contacts because he did good in the 80s. So in the 80s, he did good. So he had a lot of contacts.
So se quedó con buenos
Yeah.
contactos.
And then he took advantage. He's like, oh, these guys are doing it. Say, fuck it, let's do it. So
Y
we
luego
did that.
están mocosos. Let me take
Yeah,
advantage of this
exactly.
shit.
So we found out later, like, it was some crazy shit. Like, we were charging like 15 stacks for the weekend because we were flying everywhere. Like, we were flying
shit.
everywhere. And I'm like, no, I never got paid. Like, for that, a year of doing that, traveling every weekend, flying to North Carolina, Virginia, Florida, everywhere. Like, I never got paid.
So you ever get the moves down though?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, you start.
No, well, that was my school, bro, because I was little and it was packed gigs. They were always packed.
So for you, everything, ya de grande, ahorita ya estás ahorita, like, it's natural to you. Like,
Yeah.
you always been used to that
Yeah,
shit.
that shit was natural. I think someone asked me the other day, have you ever gotten stage fright? And I'm like, I don't remember ever getting fucking stage fright.
Damn.
I really don't ever
Because you
remember.
grew up in it.
It came
bro.
out to you naturally. Bro.
Yeah, like I just like
You
I
you
don't-
were molded to that.
Yeah, I don't remember any of that shit. Like I always just remember going on stage and just like fuck it, people are looking, like you gotta snap. Like you just
Right.
gotta snap. Like that's whatever that means, you know,
Yeah.
at the
Yeah.
time, whatever knowledge I had to use the best of it. Like
Right.
Yeah.
in that whatever that song or that hour that was playing. So I just never got
Damn.
the stage fright. I don't know. I guess I'm a nervous ass motherfucker. Like naturally, like
Really?
if I don't know, remember when I first joined you guys, I was real timid. I was quiet.
Uh-huh.
You know,
Oh, yeah, I remember.
it took me a while, like to get comfortable. And then I'm like,
Yeah, it took us. It took us 3 hours.
Yeah.
yeah.
And then we got drunk, and then we got all like.
that was it. We
and
got
that-
naked.
We're like, yeah,
Hey, didn't we play in the backyard when he joined us?
It was in actually Chino's backyard.
Well, yeah, no, yeah, you're right. You're
That was
right.
in the hood, right?
Yeah,
like,
in the south side.
40 something, 50 something. No?
Yeah.
Cali or some shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was there. I was actually talking
I
to the
just
guy.
remember, yeah,
He's trying
yeah.
to get us again. As
bro.
Derita,
I remember
he's like,
because I think somebody across the alley, they came up to us like, hey, ya paren la música. I guess they wanted to play their own music.
yeah.
And we had to stop.
And
for
then
like
we
an
went to the
hour.
basement.
Yeah.
I don't. Did we? Did I, was
Yeah,
I
you went to
playing
the basement, bro.
I don't fucking remember.
I still have videos of it. That's why.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
I remember the backyard because it has a nice backyard. Right
Yeah.
there. Fucking,
With the
It,
little
it
roof.
was a 2-lot fucking backyard. So,
damn, that was the first gig.
yeah, bro. Yeah, you showed up with Mota.
What the?
yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah,
That's
that's where I actually officially met Mota, because I haven't seen Mota like on stage or
Right,
off
right.
stage and shit, quick action. And that's where I actually met you guys. And then I think Abel at the time was trying to get out, trying to go to Montes, and he was hitting you up. So los dos estaban, oh, okay. Well, I'm like, well, if you're gonna bring him, I'm gonna have to pay him. I'm gonna
Yeah.
take his cosas. I'm like, oh, don't worry about it.
accordion, right? I think I
Yes.
was playing accordion.
Yeah, bro.
Yep.
You were fucking snapping hard.
Damn, that
But
was
yeah, bro. Esos recuerdos que tengo, bro, de ti, bro. Como te digo, like, no, I never saw the fear in you, and like, I had a lot of fear with the adrenalina, and I was like, man, like, ¿cómo este cabrón llega y out of the blue just makes a show,
natural.
and like, fucking, y he used to tell me, he's like, copiale. I listen to him, I'm like, I know, bro, but I like.
Now, lo que sí me impresionó, it was that somebody would tell you a song y te la cantaba y luego la sacabas on the
You
accordion.
improvised right away.
Improvise, yeah.
I had that fucking that was my practice, bro. Because it's like
Yeah.
that's what everybody like. Man, kids always fucking tell me, these new kids like, bro, pass me a little bit of your shit and
Time to practice. Right?
yeah. Sometimes I get like a little bit of inside of me gets a little mad because I think like, man, when I was young and we didn't have fucking YouTube. Like you had to listen to the radio and record on the cassette like the song and then
And the commercial.
and the commercial and then listen to it like that. Like you
And
didn't have
repeat it
headphones
again,
for the, like,
yeah.
and just replay the fucking song over and over again. Y sacarla así. Like, and then sometimes it was all fucking out of key because of the tape. You know,
Yeah.
so you're like, no la estoy sacando bien.
Yeah.
It's a little flat. And
Now you gotta wait an hour.
now you got fucking YouTube. It literally has a little option where you can slow it down.
Yeah.
You slow it down and listen. Like,
Yeah, they got more tools now. And that's actually
Yeah.
what we were talking about with Carlos. Un saludazo para los compas de aguacate. That was a good conversation, bro. Que like our old school selves, like, sí le sufríamos, like,
Yeah,
para,
oh, yeah.
para buscar tocadas,
yeah.
para buscar un grupo donde tocar, que we have to go to Voz Hispana to rip off the little
watch
phone
Juan
number,
Contreras.
Yeah.
or
Or
watch
the gigs.
or
Or Guitar
Violence,
Center. Remember
yeah.
Guitar
yeah,
Center?
and then or fucking Juan Contreras used to
Yeah.
fucking just wait for, estás buscando un grupo,
Yeah.
or X cosa, you know, and like, sí le sufríamos. Ahora, bro, social media,
Comunidades, fucking all this
back
shit.
in
yeah.
every weekend, everybody's looking for a fucking band and whatnot, you know? So, like, that was a good conversation we were having with Carlos, actually. And then it's a good thing you bring it up because, you know, there's a lot of kids that también que nos están viendo, and we're like, bro, like, no saben how easy you guys got it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, uno le sufría, like, as opposed, like, to paga to fucking gigs as opposed to looking for other musicians.
Radio, bro.
Right.
Radio fucking
We don't
events.
even need radio anymore. We
Bro,
don't need it.
I don't know if that's still a thing where bands go to play for free. I don't think it is.
No, bro.
Like,
Ahorita-
back in the
I don't
day,
think so,
You
right?
used to go to fucking Atlanta, bro. Waste money from your pocket,
A
gas,
darse a
Yeah.
conocer, según, right?
but you go in a badass festival with fucking Alicia Villarreal, you know, like
yeah.
for the radio, it was
Right.
really- and you did an interview and all that, but you didn't make money. You spend a whole week getting there, and then a weekend there, and then you come back,
No money.
sell, no money, and then you still need like, oh, you got to do promo entre la semana, go put up cartelones,
Right.
shit like that, you know, like it's not
No.
like free shares.
If you got the, yeah, eso me acuerdo because back in when we first started Adrenalina, we used to like print out our posters y estar en la down Fullerton Avenue, just
Yeah,
get off
just
the
posting
car
them up.
y ponerlos donde
Yeah.
estaba un pinche building abandonado. Vámonos ahí.
Oh yeah.
I remember getting stuck with mi compadre Giovanni que la policía nos paró. They're like, what are you guys doing?
Just
Bro,
putting a
poster. We're just putting up posters.
Fucking tape in your mouth.
No, we prepared the poster in the car, so you just gotta get out and boom.
Slap it on.
Yeah. Pero you, I guess, didn't get stuck on it pretty well.
Let it
So,
peso.
like, se quedó así, and then
The
the
short
cop came
arms
right
didn't reach.
behind us.
Like,
I'm
yo,
like,
freeze.
I'm leaving.
Like, hey, amigo. ¿Tú hablas inglés? So?
Traveling glass, so no mames. Yeah, Chabelo, that's pretty badass, bro. So you did the rewinding, the
Yeah,
forwarding,
hell
like,
yeah.
holy shit, I'm off key right here,
Hell
type of
yeah,
thing.
all that shit. That's what like
Yeah.
that's where all that comes from. Like all the people you're fucking bad at normal. It took a long time.
Escuchar a lot of
It
música,
took a
right?
lot of. I still to this day I don't. Now it's better. Now I use the resources that I have now.
Right.
So fucking, but the music's harder too. You know, a lot of or I try to listen to harder music. You know, I don't like
Right.
staying on the same shit either.
You can tell, bro, like, lo que estás haciendo ahorita con Maguario, los tonos que estás haciendo, los acordes que estás
Yeah.
haciendo on the bass, and you got fucking musicians backing you up on the same level, bro. So it's pretty badass que you're stepping up y poniendo con músicos de tu categoría que viene siendo, you know, like, I know fucking Hector's a monster fucking voice,
Yeah.
you know, fucking Raul, dude, like,
Thank you, man.
bass and drums do have to go hand in hand, bro, and you guys fucking sound legit solid. as
Thank
hell,
you.
bro.
I consider myself blessed. I'm
Yeah,
blessed
bro.
because it's like
To be
I'm
surrounded.
blessed, and it's like it took hard work, right? But at the same time, I'm blessed because
You put in the work, bro.
all these years,
Yeah.
it's like you want to get to be a musician, right? And this is what I tell everybody: oh, you want to be a fucking musician? Don't waste your time, you know. And when I say don't waste your time, don't fucking do the half-ass shit.
Yeah.
Cause I'm an example of it in the sense of my parents and my uncles.
Mhm.
They did it half-ass y se endeudaron macizo,
Yeah.
you know? Y no funcionó, aunque el pinche feria estaba allí. No, they did it half-ass.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I haven't done it half-ass. I did it a lot because I didn't have the school or the resources or I didn't know.
A
the
veces
dis-
también la disciplina puede
the
decir-
discipline,
Yeah, la
you know, the-
disciplina tiene que ver mucho que dices, you know what, estoy bien, or like,
Yeah.
es conformista, you know?
Yeah,
Y
exactly.
no te alcanzas a puchar, you know, like I like same experiences I have, bro. Like I felt comfortable in one place and
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna never pull out.
Yeah, te están
Ahorita-
llegando tocadas, you know, tocas todo el fin de semana, tienes tu
Yeah.
billete, and you're like,
Yeah, ahí estoy. Ya para qué ensayo.
¿Ya para qué? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Of all
Adrenalina.
these- Of all these
Yeah,
instruments you know
because,
how to
yeah.
play, which one's your favorite one, bro?
I don't have one, man.
You like all of them?
I like music. I fucking love music.
Okay.
Give me a ukulele, give me an hour, and I'll probably fucking figure it out and love it.
No
you know what I mean?
shit.
Like I've already learned that. I think not to be like cocky or anything. Way it's like my mom told me like, pues me saliste bueno pa algo, cabrón. You know,
Yeah, right?
like pa algo, and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, yeah, that's the shit that's my shit. You know, like
That's what drives you pretty much.
yeah, it's my fucking. It just flows from me. Way like I went through a battle of fucking hating it and quitting and all this shit.
It's back and forth.
Back and forth, and I'm here now where I'm at, and finally after fucking years, I'm like, I'm so thankful. I'm so
Like,
thankful.
you feel like you're at a point where you're surrounded by musicians that are, you know, not to sound cocky, como dices tú, like at your level, pretty much, that back you up, pues.
I think mentally we're all kind of like, cause it's not just about, bro. The
Well,
last,
musically, and you guys have the
musically is
same
like-
mindset.
like unless you're playing jazz or you're
Yeah.
playing fucking in un conservatory or
yeah.
some shit. The music, I'm sorry to say, but it ends up being the last thing. As
Yeah.
far as technique and skill, you need all that shit. All that shit
Dedication.
makes it easier. I'll tell you that right now. Like if you put the time into learning pinche a leer, pinche a cómo grabar y todo eso, cuando llegues al estudio, no te vas a gastar tanta feria.
Yeah.
Porque vas a saber todo. You're going to
Yeah.
tell the engineer, oh, pues, ponme bar 27, bar 12, all right, quick. You're not like fucking, you know, how when we grow up, you're like, oh, stop it right there. We'll go back a little bit. No, there's a lot of etiquette that goes into it, and you learn that shit. It helps you.
Yeah.
So you save money in the studio, you save time, you become more better at it. And those are things that like we don't learn. I didn't learn that shit. I didn't learn it until, ay, güey, unos buenos cagazones que me pegaban en los estudios, you know, de pinche, like that they're like, yo, or pinches productores que me decían, yo, what the fuck, you know, time, money,
king,
time.
yeah.
You got it, or we can call somebody else. Ooh, when they tell you that and you think you're tough shit, you're like the top shit.
Kind of hurts your ego and shit.
No, it
ego.
kills you, bro. It fucking, and then you're a little kid, because it happened to me as a little kid.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, you know, I got this shit, and then get to the studio and vales pura verga, because you don't know what these people know,
Yeah.
and you think you're just lyrical, and they're asking, you know, well, what are you playing, so we know how to follow you. And it was like this,
Yeah.
and then they tell you, no, well, this is what you're playing, and this is the right way.
Right.
Te quedas como pendejo, and you're just like, damn. And then they're telling you, no, well, can you get it or not? If not, we can call somebody else. Just to save time, and you're just like,
And then those times, bro, those times for me, my experience, they help you kind of like get your shit together, and you're like, oh, pues le tengo que echar un poquito más ganas. Like you get to a point where you're like, wait, I am not as good as I thought I was. Like there's, como siempre dicen, siempre hay un músico más. Like if you feel you're a badass, there's músicos better.
Lo que pasó allí, para mí, yo creo que fue like the entertainer in me came out. The guy que no se puede, he can't choke on stage.
Yeah.
Right.
So right there, they had, because this was in Nashville. I was recording fucking country. With Mota. We went to Nashville a grabar.
Oh, that's right. He did that, right?
Un disco de country.
Nice.
Con pinches productores chingones, pinches músicos, like top notch. We fucking invested money in that shit. Y yo, pues como, yo me puse a hacer las canciones con Mota. Like he would write them down, y yo le hacía las cuerdas and the guitar and shit. And we made a whole CD like in a month, 2 months of songs. Because of that, my fucking ego was so high. Because I'm like, I never played country music, but I helped co-write songs with this guy.
Right.
And it just happened. I'm like, I know what the fuck. I went to Nashville. I've been locked up in Tennessee. Like, I know what the fuck it is.
Well,
Like,
tell that
I
story.
seen the
What
Smoky
fuck?
Mountains and shit.
What happened there?
there was a time when we were really in love with Tennessee. We were going to Tennessee a lot because we were like fucking trying to get a little bit of that country.
You did fit in too, bro. You know you are.
Oh yeah, I was the fucking guy that, you know,
The guy with the blue eyes.
I was the one that will make it okay, because at that time, like, it wasn't cool. Like there was no, like, muy a huevo, there was black country singers.
Nos decían como dijeron en Florida, compa, we don't see a lot of you around here.
Y'all ain't from around these parts.
Well, you guys got some
boy.
You got some funny shoes there.
Right. Wait, why is everybody wearing Aladdin shoes?
Así nos dijeron.
No mames, for real?
I'm talking too fast for you, boy.
We don't got any bread for you, boy. It's done. I'm like, what do you mean there's a lot of bread there? We don't have any bread. I told you.
Yo, that was the time.
I have never felt like that, bro.
I felt like that. We felt like that.
I felt like that a bunch of times. Shit.
You with blue eyes? Yeah, no, you can't.
That's because when I ended up doing like a month in Tennessee.
Did you ask for a salsita
What
or
the
something?
fuck? It was the fucking most bullshitest thing ever. Pero yo creo que like el universo me lo aplicó porque por algo, you know?
Yeah.
Because it was just one of those things that was like, what the fuck? How? Why?
Right.
Like, what the fuck am I doing in a little ass, racist ass town, Tennessee, stuck in jail for a month? You know what I mean?
What did you do though?
All right, so we went to
Wait,
play.
you were in jail?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I thought you said you were just stuck there, like, you know.
No,
this
I was
was in
locked
jail.
up. I got locked
shit.
up. This was like 12 years ago, 13 years
Did you
ago?
have the
Like-
squad car have a Confederate flag on it?
Might as well. Shit, the dude had it tatted on his fucking. shit, yeah.
He had the SS on his arm.
Yeah, he had the swastika and all that bullshit. No, wait, so pretty much we played in this town called Morristown.
I heard of it.
Morristown. Yeah, there's a lot of paisas there. Fucking, I can't remember those dudes. They were cochitos too. They were
What the fuck?
Yeah, the dudes that did the bailes there. Fucking, they're cool ass. I can't remember the names, but so we went to play there, y el pedo estuvo así. Era con crudos. Tocamos in Alabama on Friday. Alabama was like 8 hours from Tennessee. So, los fue bien en Alabama. We all got, and crudos, we were a party band, bro.
Oh, hell yeah.
Like, that was my school. If anything, that was my true entertainer school. You know what I mean? That's where I learned, like, all the fucking rock star bullshit that I learned, I got from there and shit. So we got fucked up. I remember at the gig. Nos fue bien. No, thank you. Los fue
Es que
bien.
está dieta, güey.
I was just wanted to offer, bro.
No, thank you. Muy amable.
These assholes will not for me.
No, so we got fucked up. Alabama, good ass night. They paid us good.
Question.
What's
¿Fueron por la puerta? Like back in the
Yeah,
day?
that day, yeah. So that day, Friday was por la puerta, and Saturday we had a
agreement. If it goes good, you go.
we're gonna get paid Saturday.
Yeah, I remember those.
So Friday we did good, and then Saturday we're gonna do good too. So whatever, we finished playing Alabama. We go to the strip club, bro. And I remember at the time I was 18, and like we were on some bullshit. Like, let's see if they let you in, and they let me in because it was a little ass town in Alabama. So ya andamos en el pinche strip club. We had like, since we did good, I remember Mota was like, hey, I got like $300 worth of singles.
This
He
guy.
gave each motherfucker like $80 in singles, and we're like, we're just having a good ass time. Like fucking, like just throwing money and like fucking. There was nobody there. There was nobody at that little ass strip club. Estaba bien culero, güey.
Where the stripper good at least?
I can't even remember, bro.
Cherry?
That's how drunk I was.
What's her name? Sherry Lynn?
It was
Sherry Lynn, no
mames. It was like Janice or some shit like that. Nah, pero
Candace?
Candace.
Candace. Fucking Candace, man.
Britney?
Ah, y allí en ese pinche, I don't know what happened, but lo regalaron una bottle of moonshine. At the strip club.
Como mezcal, pretty much.
Yeah, it's like mezcal. And at the time, we're like, moonshine wasn't, like, it's commercial now. You see it
Yeah.
everywhere now.
Yeah.
It's
But
flavored now.
Yeah. At that time, though, it was like
It's
exclusive.
still illegal.
Yeah, it was like, yeah, some crazy. They gave us a mason jar. Like, what the fuck?
Taste this, boy.
Yeah. Taste this right here, boy.
Hey, Blue Eye.
Big Marvin wants to give you. Hey,
No mames. This is why we don't get
That's why you tell me to
monetized.
shut up, right?
We're just kidding. It's
a joke.
Es puro cotorreo.
¿Cómo le dijeron en emplorado?
Oh. What do you say?
Popeye wants his chon chon.
Oh.
All right.
You thought you were part of the polar bears, and they're like, hey, yeah, you're part of the amigos.
That's what they call me in jail, an amigo.
Oh my god.
So we got the fucking jar. We all smoked weed at the time. I had like a weed. Ricky, you guys know my boy Rick, the drummer. That's the Saludos, Ricky. He had some weed. And the thing is, at that time, nada más éramos cuatro. It was me, Mota, Ricky, and Speedy.
Speedy. Yeah.
So we were driving in a fucking little Versa, bro. A little ass Versa. And we had all little MIDI controllers. So we could fit everything. Like, we fit everything perfectly.
Right.
But it's a Versa, right?
Right.
So I remember we partied. And then me and Speedy drove to Tennessee the whole night. So when we got there, we were fucking tired. You know, we got to fucking Tennessee like at 5. And we told Mota, hey, go out spot away, do a sound check, and let us sleep a little bit.
Right.
Because we're not going to get a room. So, like, at least 3 hours in the car, all fucked up. It'll be something, you know?
Right.
So, whatever, we fall the fuck asleep. He goes inside. Mind you, we were partying last night, right? So, the jar that they gave us, it was just casually in the fucking...
In the cup holder.
The cup holder.
Oh.
We weren't even drinking, right? But, so, I guess the cops do a routine or some shit. Like the security cops that work there.
Uh-huh.
And they saw the fucking Versa.
I thought you guys were drunk.
They're like, this is a Versa. And they see us all passed out.
Oh.
All of us. I was in the passenger seat all passed out. Ricky and Speedy were in the back. Wait, all I remember was like I shined a light. And by the time that I saw the light, he already opened the door. And there was like 7 cop cars right there.
Get the fuck out of here.
And there was like the bottle of moonshine. I had my weed right here. Ricky had his weed over there. Fucking Speedy didn't have papers at the time. Like, we're all shooting bricks, you know? Like, I'm just kind of like, I was already kind of rebellious at the time. So my instinct was just talk shit, you know? Like,
shit, I would have ran.
Because I saw Speedy, I had papers, you know? And I saw Speedy, and Speedy was fucking... Shitting bricks hard. Like, he was... Ese güey está bien prieto, güey.
Se puso güero.
Estaba amarillo el güey. Por la verga.
It was pale.
Se puso morado, ¿no?
Fucking purplish, yeah. So I'm like, I just started acting up. Like, hey, man, there ain't even no weed. Just diciendo.
That shit ain't even mine.
No, I was saying, like, there's not even anything in there. Like, man, we're not even... Like, I was just talking shit, way. and was right away they put my ass in the squad car. They took us all right away because they saw the
But wait, after you performed or before you?
No, this was like fucking 7:00 when Mota was doing soundcheck.
Like the promoter didn't come out and say anything and be like, hey, you know,
that motherfucker. I don't think he had papers either. I don't think he wanted to come out. Shit. Like you don't like nah. It's one of those little towns like that. They're fucking assholes. Way. So I got taken in, and pretty much how it went down was they put everything on me because I was talking shit. So everybody got like a $400 bail or some shit like that. And when it came, they were getting let out one by one. You know, I remember they put us in the drunk tank. You know, I don't know if you guys know the drunk tank is like, it's the cold ass cell. It's just made out of fucking cemento, way. And they te dejan en puros calzones, way. So you're just there in calzones.
Con dos ombligos, ¿no?
Wait, I'll never forget this shit. It was me, Ricky, and Speedy. And like, I'm just happy I'm not alone. Of course it sucks. It's cold as shit. You know, like we're cold. But me and Ricky are just fucking around the whole, you know, laughing and like being dumbasses way. Cause like, you know, we're together. And then we just look at Speedy and Speedy's just like
shaking and shit.
Shivering and he's still yellow and shit. And we're like, hey, chill out, bro. You're gonna be alright.
Yeah, güey.
But I guess what the fuck was going through his mind, you know, ese way, he's like a smarty pants. He's like a good.
He's like deportation.
Yeah, he's a good egg way. Ese way. So I'm like, he's never gotten in trouble, this motherfucker. So he's tripping. They got let out pretty much. They got fucking let out. They didn't want to let me out because I was talking shit.
Right.
So they're like, man, fuck this guy. We're gonna fuck you guys with one guy at least.
Right.
We're gonna, you know, they wanted like 15,000.
So
my bond was like, I think like $4,000.
Yeah.
And that's like what I think we had from the night before. And we didn't play that night, so we didn't have no fucking money.
Wow.
So I remember like, you know, they're just going, Mota's just coming back and forth, like just kind of asking me like, well, what do you want to do? And I'm just like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, I don't want to be in here. Like, bail me out.
Mota, sácame, güey.
Yeah. And then he's just like, all right, well, let me see. And he just kept coming back. And then, like, I kind of got the notion, like, they were telling me what was going on. And they're like, you know what? Like, you got to get arraigned for court. Like, pretty much, you're going to get pinned for public intoxication. I'm like, I wasn't even fucking drunk. Whatever. You got to, and for that, automatically in that town, you have to do 48 hours in jail. Automatically. If you get caught, because there's a lot of drunks there, apparently. So if you get caught drinking, like...
Pinches cochitos hayan haciendo desmadre.
Güey, son los güeros. Son los
güeros.
Yeah, son los pinches hillbillies.
I thought it was the cochitos in
No,
there.
también, güey. También, there's like a lot of them too, but mostly it was a lot of güeros. And I'm like, okay. And they're like, and then for the other shit, they're just going to give you a ticket for the weed.
Right.
Whatever the fuck. I'm like, all right, so what does that mean? Like, whoa, technically, if you stay here the night, that's 24 hours, and then Sunday, because that was Saturday.
So you'll leave Monday.
You'll leave Monday, because that's and then they're like, so you won't pay the fucking, you know.
Right.
And in my head, I'm like, pues no más. And then Mota comes, he's like, so what do you want me to do? And in my head, I'm like,
why are you doing his voice and shit?
It's because the way he would fucking ask me, kind of like,
trying to be serious?
Like a rhetorical question, like, Nick, like, motherfucker, I want.
Okay, déjame, güey.
Like, and I'm like, obviously, güey, me estás preguntando because we don't have enough money to get me out.
Right.
And if I wait 2 days, I get out, whatever the fuck. Yeah, okay.
And you're like, but that big guy's already looking at me. Looking at his chops.
Luckily, güey.
Tyrone was already.
Luckily, the biggest problem
there,
was the racist, way.
Oh, really?
There was just racist people, way. There was like.
¿Pero qué te decían?
They didn't know I was Mexican. They didn't know I was fucking. No sabían.
So the white in you came out.
No, I played it with that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm from Chicago. They're like, damn, he's from Chicago. Where?
Yeah, I'm fucking gangsta, bitch.
I'm like, I'm from Gage Park. I'm from Little Village. You name it. I've been everywhere. Inglewood. What the fuck? I had to play it.
Right. You ever been to the east side? I've been there too.
Yeah, and they're like, oh, well, this south side at first for the first like 2 days. Because then, check it out. So Monday comes. Fucking Monday comes.
So you ended up staying.
Yeah, I stayed. So Monday comes.
So Mota did not come to the rescue.
No. The whole point was that I was going to get out Monday, and he's like, I'm going to have some money there for you. Take a bus. Go to Chicago.
Oh, okay.
So Monday comes, and I go to my arraignment. You know, I stayed 2 days, whatever. I'm south side at this point. And then I go to the fucking, they put you in a room with everybody in a line, and there's a screen. and you're looking at the screen as the judge. So I go, oh, it's my turn. And they're like, okay, the defendant, Efren Vasquez, is talking to the lawyer there, que me apuntaron. And he's like, oh, shit. Efren, and the lawyer's like, or the judge is like, Efren Vasquez, that's a Hispanic name. And he's like, do we have a Spanish translator for him?
Oh, what did that,
Bro, and I'm like talking, like, I'm like, I can speak English. And they're like, don't talk. They're telling me to shut the fuck up. And then they're like, all right, we'll set his court for the next Spanish court. All right, bet. Whatever. Or yeah, all right. Next.
So you're thinking hours, maybe.
I'm thinking maybe like worst case scenario tomorrow or something.
Okay.
You know,
day,
like,
yeah.
okay, that's probably one court a day, you know? Wait, the whole next day, I'm like fucking asking everybody, like, hey, when is Spanish court? When is Spanish court? Nobody fucking knows because there's no Spanish people in there. That's when they figured it out.
No, mommy.
There was like 4, I was in the block, right? So in the block with bunks. It was not like a cell type shit. It was a block with a bunch of bunks.
Yeah.
Y a mí me dieron un pinche little, like, a costal de pinche foam. And just put it on the floor because all the bunks were taken, so I just slept on the floor. Y I remember there was like 3. Uno sí era de Guerrero. He was a cochito, bad fucking gangster ass guy. He was, a este güey no le decía nada. Nobody. But
Es que sí somos nosotros, güey.
nah, that guy was crazy and shit. The little chaca guy. And then there was a Salvadorian guy del Salvador. Y
Those fuckers are crazy too, bro.
no, pobrecito sí se lo tenían mal, güey. Like,
Sí.
they would bully him and shit. They took his bed away, like, one time. Yeah, they're on some bullshit with him. And then there was another guy.
Did somebody tell you, hey, boy, you're going to eat your cornbread?
Something like that, of course. Bro, all that shit happened, right? All that.
No mames. I didn't think this is real. I never thought, like, como te digo, I never been through that.
Primo, you trying to act like
Nah, I was.
Así como ves de güero, güey. That shit happened to me.
Imagine, I'm fucking dark as fuck. So the
other guys that were there had it even worse.
fuck you.
And then the third guy was a fucking, era de Guatemala. Y era un guainito que ya estaba quemado, güey. Que ya tenía el coco quemado. Like, no
captaba.
nada, güey. Estaba mal. Like, I think he was in there. He killed somebody.
Oh,
He ran
shit.
over somebody on some drunk shit. Yeah. So he was in there for that. And he just didn't even fucking, like.
Focus. Didn't know what the fuck was going on.
He was like, the whole time I would talk to him, he was telling a story about somebody else, how they fucked up. And then he told me, like, no, that's that motherfucker. Like, he did that. Like one of those like crazy guys.
He was telling his own
Yeah.
story like in the
Uh,
third person.
Like third person, like he was talking about it happened to him type shit. And then like little by little, he's like, pero no sé por qué dicen que. I'm like, wait, what the fuck do you mean que no sé por qué dicen que lo hice? You said it was like somebody, like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, whatever. So those 3 guys were the only or Hispanics.
Yeah.
When they started talking to me, because I asked them low key, I'm like, when's the Spanish court? And they were the ones that told me. They're like, they're every Monday. And I'm like, you mean I gotta stay here a whole week till next Monday? What the fuck? Ahí como que me cayó de mí. What the fuck? No, pues then you can't cry because you're in a fucking block. You know, I wanted to cry low key because I'm like, it's New Year's. It was New Year's.
Should have taken a
Christmas.
shower.
Oh, shit.
It was Christmas that week. Christmas. And I'm like, fuck. And all I could think about, like, I hadn't seen my parents. You know, I'm like, fuck. I'm going to call them and be like, Merry Christmas from,
Feliz año, man.
from jail, Tennessee.
Bam. We
Like,
have
all
a
I
call.
can think
We have
about-
a collect call from Efren Vasquez.
All I could think about was that, where, like, how shitty I'm going to feel.
Yes.
Calling them. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mamá, aquí estoy.
no pasa nada, ma, aquí. Mira, me
Estoy
están
de vacaciones.
atendiendo bien.
Estoy
Me dan
bien.
de comer 2 veces al día.
Estoy bien guardado.
Me sacan al sol 1 hora.
Asegúrate que tomen leche, okay?
Yeah, so when they found out that I was talking to the Mexican guys, they saw me. They're like, "Oh shit, you're an amigo too." And then they called us amigos. Like, "Oh, hey," and y así me tenían, güey. The whole time I was like,
But they fuck with you though.
not with me, but I was like the messenger. So I would feel sometimes like kind of fucked up because they were like, "Hey, go tell them that they gotta give up." Like when they took away the guy's bed. They're like, go tell him that they got to take away they're going to take that shit away por las malas or por las buenas. And
No,
like,
man.
cause some new guy came in and he didn't have shit. They didn't have enough for nobody.
Was he a polar bear?
The guy that came in? No, he was a little skinny fucking white. He was a white guy.
No.
But yeah, he was a white
Polar
guy.
bear, in the movie Blood and Blood, they call it white people.
The way people.
Es que ahí, pues es al revés, I think, güey. Oh, well, it was in blue. That was the way it was in Blood and Blood Out, too, right? Yeah. Yeah, he was a polar bear. Pero ese güey...
So, querían una cama para el pinche vato.
Yeah,
Pinches
como lo
culos.
conocían. Todos se conocen ahí. It's a little town, so se conocían. So they're like, hey, you want to tell your amigos, boy, they're going to take away his bed so he can let it go or they're going to take it from him. And I'm like, fuck. Y yo pues me daba coraje, güey, pero pues it's me.
Against all the
How am I
motherfuckers.
gonna? You don't do that in jail, bro. You don't fucking pick a fight that's not your fight.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Y ya pues ya voy y le digo al compa, hey,
Te van a
estos
chingar.
güeyes están hablando, te quieren chingar por la cama. No sé qué, like, I felt bad because, you know, like,
Déjaselas y ya.
yeah, I'm
vente
just
pa'
like,
acá.
and he was like, nah, que se vayan a la verga. And he was real fucking tough. And they fucked his ass up and it took his fucking.
And nobody jumped in?
No, it was just one-on-one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was just one-on-one at the end. Because if they were, like we said, we're like, hey, if they jump in, fuck, you know, like, we got you. Like, the other two guys, ya que chingados. So they both ended up getting taken to the fucking drunk tank. So they did, like, I didn't see that guy anymore because he was in there for like 20 days in that fucking drunk tank. Because when you fight, that's like,
That's another 20
yeah,
days or
it's
some
20
shit.
days in calzones in the fucking drunk tank.
Damn.
So I didn't see that motherfucker, but
We got to do a Netflix special on Chabelo.
If I was a fucking CEO, bro, nomás de mamón in the drunk tank, I go wet the motherfuckers. Yeah, cabrón.
that's a jail that I heard about. I forgot where the fuck it was. I think it's in El Salvador.
Huh?
They treat their prisoners like fucking shit.
I think it is Salvador.
Is it Salvador? It's because
Where
they had the
all
worst.
game bangers.
Yeah, the worst crime. Y ya no.
Pues ahí está la pinche Mara Salvatucha.
Yeah.
Bonito.
Yeah, they
If
got
you're
one.
suspected of being a game banger, you're
They fuck you up.
yeah.
Their
That's
fucking
good,
drunk.
though.
Their fucking drunk tank is like no light, very little air, no air conditioning.
No way.
You don't eat sometimes for like a week, shit like that.
So that's why you came out all skinny and shit.
Nah,
Wait, this happened last week?
nah. That was a long time ago, bro. That was in like my fourth life.
Damn.
So luego, how did you get out of one? Or how long were you in
So
there?
okay, I'm gonna speed it up. It's a long ass story.
Nah,
güey.
it's badass though. I like it.
All right, so I did a week. Me acostumbré. I'm like, I'm not gonna be a little bitch. I'm just holding it.
You were just Miko in there.
pretty much, güey. Pretty much. I was
White boy gets placazo, eh? Does it snow in LA?
real shit. I was gonna get a tattoo in there because of that.
This guy.
I swear. Wait,
Wait, the
because I was like, man, you know, they keep calling me amigo. Like, this is an experience to me. I'm learning. I learned about religion because I was always against religion type shit. And there I kind of learned a little bit about like
I see the light.
not even that way. Not even that. It wasn't like
Oh,
I
the
became-
window.
It was I didn't become religious. But I just kind of like me abrió la mente like to like damn these
Yeah, there is a
Te
guy.
hizo abrir los ojos
these
a otra cosa.
dumbass motherfuckers like they think like because they like talk to themselves like that. It fucked me up in the head. I'm
Yeah.
like they really believe it. Like damn, they're grown as I'm a little ass kid and this isn't. I'm gonna get out and this isn't shit. But these motherfuckers are here for like a long time and they me sacaba de onda, güey.
So you think that ellos captaron because ya no tenían otra opción que pensar?
Pretty much.
Yes?
Eso me sacaba de onda. Like I'm like
They pretty much
like
have to
that's weak
entertain
minded. To me,
themselves.
I thought like that was weak minded because I'm
Yeah.
like I'm a
Yes.
little ass kid. But then I understood like I'm like la conciencia como las tienen.
También.
Because I talked to every single. That's all you would do is just walk around and talk to them. Even to the fucking
The polar bears.
the polar bears, the ones with swastikas, like
No shit.
Oh, the
Yeah.
COs.
yeah, way like they were
Porque por
the
allá, yo sé
jailers
que
over
tienen allá, tienen pinches ranchos y they're still
No,
burning crosses and
I'm
shit.
telling you, they were mostly that.
Wow.
Most of the guys there, they had like all that shit, and they
Wow.
were, but they were really nice. Like
Oh.
they weren't dicks. That's the thing that made you kind of like queasy because they were like, "What's up, buddy? You want to trade? You got a Pop-Tart, right? Hey, I got these ho-hos. I'll trade you." And you're just like,
Get the fuck out of here. You're, like in the movies, they always fucking stab you or some shit.
it's not like that. Like, well, there wasn't like that. At least it was just like you're gonna fight.
Did you learn how to make a prison burrito?
No, they made one for me. I didn't. know how to make one.
did.
Yeah, I didn't. It's because I didn't eat way. I was like really depressed and shit. So I was just like,
Again, is this why you came out like that?
no. I was already skinned during this time. This was way before I met you guys.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh,
this
no
was
shit.
probably like 4 years before I met you guys.
Ah, okay.
5, 4, no more way. Like,
He just said he was like 18.
yeah, I was really young at this time.
Holy shit,
Yeah,
Chabelo.
I'm an old man, bro.
So what part
Nah.
of Mexico you're from, bro?
My parents, my family's from Michoacán.
What part of Michoacán?
Cotzio, se llama Cotzio.
Remember we were playing a party and then it turned out like it was the same people from his.
Yeah, he's like, where is the guy with the blue eyes? Chabelo. They're looking for Chabelo, Misa. He's like, he's from the same town my husband is. I'm like, yeah, we know.
Was
who
this
you are.
recent? No,
No,
that
no,
was a long
no,
time
no,
ago.
Adrenalina, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they hired us because of you and you didn't show up. So no,
Oh, fuck.
no, you were already gone. And we
Yeah.
told him like,
no. This is Chabelo was there, and then they were treating him like royalty, man. They were bringing beer and tequila to the stage. I'm like,
oh yeah, but
I
then
don't
they
remember.
took us to a second time though.
oh, probably.
Cuando él no fue. Con él ya no estaba con nosotros.
Yeah.
Pero yeah, the first time they met
¿Cuándo iba a
you.
llevar tu primo?
¿Ah?
¿Cuándo iba a llevar tu
Hay otra. Ahí es otra.
Hey, did you play with us when we had a tour player? No. Like,
Yes.
tour?
Yes, he did.
Who was the tour player?
Rambo? What's his name?
No.
Oh, yeah. I played a few gigs with him.
Yeah, yeah.
Like maybe like
Aaron,
two
no.
or
se
three.
llama?
He even went with us ahí con Ramón. Michelotis.
Ramón.
He went with us.
I don't know.
That was that day with the.
I was probably
¿Y la tuba?
Oh, that was
That was the same day that you
Oh.
were shooting gun, tu pinche pistola in the
Yeah,
fucking
I shot a
rancho.
gun. That was
Yes.
the first time I shot a gun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember it was
Popped
dark.
my cherry.
It was dark as fucking.
Yes.
Right?
You were shooting cows and shit.
Damn,
We don't-
man.
And my compadre shooting his pistol does not. We don't know.
Does that represent-
No, it was a airsoft.
It doesn't
Yeah,
represent.
it was there.
It doesn't represent the beliefs of this
It was a
podcast.
paint gun. Man.
We were supposed to play for like 3-4 hours and shit. We ended up with like 8 hours and then
I
we
don't
came
remember.
back.
We were there like a long time.
And Chabelo got paid like $5,000
I
that
don't
night.
remember. I don't remember. Man, I was drunk that night. I think.
No, we were on.
We're
some-
all fucked up.
Yeah, we were fucked up.
I
Yeah.
don't remember what.
Michelotis. Ahí está mi compa
Saludos
Ramón.
para la gente
He
de
has
Jalisco.
videos, by the way.
Saludos, mi compa, mi
He's
paisano.
He's actually one of our sponsors now.
Oh shit.
Yeah, bro.
And that's my paisano, that guy.
No,
No,
he's
no,
Jalisco.
Oh.
He went from
Yeah.
asking you for a tour player to then being a sponsor.
Yeah. It's good we got stories for days, bro.
Yeah,
we
there's
got
been
we,
a lot.
we got in the mix for like
I still want to know
days.
how did you get out of jail?
Okay.
Okay, keep going. Keep going.
All right. Okay, so then the next week, the Monday, right?
Fuck, they were there 2 weeks.
No, this is the first week, right? So then Monday is gonna come, and I'm like, fuck it, yeah. I'm gonna get my Spanish court for sure. I'm gonna get out of this fucking.
Bro, good thing you were not a no sabo kid, bro.
Oh yeah, no, right there was a good thing. I was a no sabo kid. You don't want to be a fucking amigo there.
No, but you said that when you first went, they told you not to talk Spanish though.
They didn't tell me shit. They told me that I didn't speak English.
Oh, okay.
So they're like, he got a fucking Spanish court.
So basically, he got flagged because of the name.
The name, the judge read my name, and just look
He
at
didn't,
how
even, he didn't even look at you.
he didn't even look at me, bro.
He's
And
like,
I was
It's
like,
a Spanish boy.
He's trying to open his
I'm
eyes.
over here trying to talk. Like I was literally I could speak English, and then they told me to shut up, boy. Talking
I
too
got
fast
blue
for you,
eyes.
boy.
Order in the court.
And I was just like, fuck. No. So Monday comes, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'm gonna get out for sure. with
This is
my
my
cousin.
day. This is my day.
Bro.
Instead of saying Your Honor, he said Majesty.
Bro, Monday comes. It's the coldest fucking day in Tennessee. All the pipes at the courthouse, they froze.
Oh.
There's no court that day.
Fuck.
And I'm just like, what?
And you're in your underwear.
Nah, I'm still
You,
chilling.
you got him in underwear.
I thought he was still.
No. That was just the drunk tank.
Oh,
Nah, they give you a little jumpsuit, a little guaraches, tres piquetes, and all that.
he got a swastika.
Yeah.
They already. I thought.
They give you a little sweatband with a swastika. Nah, so then I'm like, fuck. Se hace un desmadre, güey. I do another week there because it was like, I'm thinking, oh, they're going to push it a day. No, they're going to push it to the next
Monday.
Monday.
So you think the
And-
Monday's gonna be the Tuesday, but no, it's the
No,
other
it's
fucking Monday.
fucking Monday. And then because they were so backed up, they didn't have time for me. So I had to wait till the next Monday.
I'm sorry, boy.
So fast forward a month, finally that Monday came, and they saw me, and they're like, okay, he was scheduled to do 48 hours. How long? Boy, you've been here for 4 weeks. I'm like, motherfucker. Like now he's talking in English to me, the motherfucker, and I'm just like,
You
It was always-
fucking
it was
bitch.
always
That
the
would have
same
been.
judge?
yeah, it was the same fucking judge.
I was like, you fucking
And I'm
bitch.
just
I've
like-
been here for a minute.
Like, what the fuck?
2 more weeks for this boy.
No, I just had I was just happy with at that point because
You were just smiling. and
It wasn't
picked up.
even the TV. It wasn't even the TV. They let me up to the courthouse.
Oh, so you were
So
person
I
to
got to
person.
see- I got to see the sunlight and all that. And I'm like, ooh, I could just run right now.
I'm getting a 10 already.
Yeah. Like I was like, yeah. So I went up to the courthouse and yeah, I got out. Sure enough, I called the cochito there, and he's like, hey, yeah, go to the Burger King. I'll meet you right there. I'll give you money, and you're gonna fucking. I had to give him a fake. A real address in Tennessee for my parole, and I Yeah, I did that shit and everything. And then I had to leave, pretty much.
So you can't go back?
No. No, I can go back now.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
You fixed it?
No, I didn't fix it. Since it was not that bad, like of a fucking,
It falls off?
after 7 years.
Ah.
So it's been, I think the last time I heard from was like 2 years ago. And they're just like, hey, you owe us money for the stay at the hotel.
And you were like,
What are you talking about? Oh, you shit.
My name is Billy Bob. What are you paying?
I put in my time. Shit. No, because they charge you. When you go to jail, you think you go to jail and that's it.
They charge
They
us.
charge you for what the food you eat, how long you stay, for the clothes you wear. Yeah. I always thought like, oh, you go to jail so you don't have to pay.
my taxes pay for that shit.
No, yeah, but I had to pay too, like for my fucking the stay that I was in.
How much was that, bro?
It was like, I think the last time I checked, they said it was like $800 or something like that.
Damn.
Yeah, it was a lot of money.
Hey, let me ask you. I know we're kind of speeding, but I want to say last year, you also got arrested with Vanguardia, right?
Yeah, I don't learn, right? What
What happened
I'm
there?
curious because they posted like the whole video and everything.
Yeah, no, I did a TikTok on that shit. and
Yeah.
everything.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So we were in Iowa. No. We played in Kansas City, I think.
Damn, another place. Hey there, boy.
No. St. Louis, Kansas City, Missouri.
Missouri.
It's not that bad there. And
like,
weed
what's
is
up,
legal.
bruh?
Weed is legal there, actually. And weed is legal here. So that time, I remember, and I wasn't even smoking that much weed that time. At that time.
That much?
No, like, because you remember how I used to fucking smoke in the truck.
Yeah.
My God.
Like, I didn't go. Now, I was more like, okay, we'll wait till we get to the hotel, shit like that, smoke outside. And I had, I'm a dad, so I'm a responsible, like, I have a little back fanny pack, it's got a little lock on it. Like, I don't just have fucking weed there,
On the side pocket.
Yeah. So when I travel with it, I'm very discreet for the same reason, because I'm traveling with people, right? So I went to the dispensary, bro. Check this shit out. I went to the dispensary in Chicago. Bought this shit legally. It's all regulated. Got the whole fucking label, the whole 9 yards. Legally bought it. Okay. I fucking smoked a little bit, and I remember that we left that night or some shit. And I just had it in my backpack, like on some. I finished doing what I was doing that day, and I just left. I had my shit packed, and I had the weed. I was not trying, I didn't even smoke. I wasn't trying to take the weed. We get to Kansas just to play, like late to play. Finished playing. Marito, shout out to Marito. Fucking, he had fans that night que le trajeron blunts. Had blunts and shit. So they're smoking blunts right there next to the van. After we finished, I got drunk as fuck that night. I ended up naked, like naked
In the drunk tank.
in the van. I thought it was a drunk tank.
shit, here again.
Yeah. One of those.
God damn it.
Oh boy.
Help me, please. Help me, please.
No, I got really drunk, and in the van we have a bed. Like we have a bed on the back. So I just it was hot, and I ended up, and I remember these guys were smoking like outside. I didn't even smoke. And they smoked, y el pinche blunt, el pedo es que ese pedo se queda el olor.
Yeah.
Even if you don't smoke inside or nothing. I fucking black out, pass out, just knock out. Next thing you know, they're waking me up, and I see flashlights. And the fucking guys in the front are like, Chabelo, hide your weed. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
What boy?
you talking
Not
too
you.
fast for me, boy.
Not you again, Blue Eyes.
No, this is the one of the guys from the band and shit. And he's telling me, and I'm like half asleep, naked, and I'm like, what?
Cock out. It's just
Literally,
sideways.
literally like that, like cock out and everything. And I'm like, and they're like, Chabelo, get dressed, wait, it's the cops. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean, bro? I'm like, what? Hide your shit. And I'm like, I'm so like drunk and fucked up that I'm like, my shit's, it was already hidden and it was like right in front of me. But I start digging in my bag, and I'm like, and when I dig in my bag for my clothes, se me cae like the papers, like little shit.
Yeah.
And then I just got dressed, and I'm like, I'm gonna be good, whatever. I have that shit like in a smoke-proof bag and everything.
Right.
And I'm outside when I get dressed, and we're just standing outside. And then next thing you know, the cop comes out with the bag, my bag. Whose bag is this? Oh, fuck. It's my bag. All right, you can't have this here. Yo me dice pendejo. I was looking on the phone like, nah, I just looked on Google. You can have it.
You were trying to be smart, you asshole.
Me to the cop. Just imagine like me. the schmuck I am, like telling him, like, nah, you can't. You can do that shit.
You know your problem is you don't know the law.
So he's like, nah, you can't. And the funny thing about it, is because like I'm really big on discretion. I don't like to smoke loud, like fucking.
Well, I don't remember that, Chabelo.
No, I was young, way. But now, like later on, I fucking I bought this little. It was like a coffee cup. It literally looks like a coffee cup,
No shit.
but it's a bowl. Like you can smoke out of it, but it looks like a coffee cup. And I bought like a little case that's looks like a charger, and you put little joints in it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I remember like I had my brother, the engineer. I had given it to him to hold that shit before, like the day before. So I'm getting my shit ransacked, and my brother's just standing there next to the cop holding the cup. Oh shit! In his hand with a bowl already packed, and then I had the cigarettes. Actually, I had them in my pocket.
No way.
When he was like, "You got anything else?" Right? And I'm like, "Oh yeah, let me give my brother my phone." And I hand him the charger with the joints right in front of his face. Didn't notice it. So like from now on, I'm like, those products,
Those are good?
they do their job. They fucking pass the main. That's the most.
Right.
Right in
You
front of the-
fully backed them up.
Yeah, hell yeah. Like right in front of the cop, like
Yeah.
here. The bowl, here the joints. Like,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh. They look at it kind of like, no, it's.
Shout
I
out to whoever made those.
Yeah.
I know. I remember they used to have like the can pop, the stick.
Yeah, so it's kind of like that, but this is like
Yeah.
A coffee
a
thing.
coffee cup,
Yeah.
and then it has a little lid, and you lift the lid, and it's a mouthpiece.
Nice.
And then when you lift the lid, it reveals a bowl. So you just, I love that thing, man. So
Damn.
that's what happened. Then I got taken. I ended up doing like
30 days.
no. This was an example. I ended up doing like
Hey, but did you
3 hours.
You guys got stopped like in the highway, no? Or-
Yeah, it was in the highway. We got stopped because of bad light. It was a bad light, but it smelled like weed, so they're like, get out.
Bad light how?
Like the light was out. Like
Like
one
the
of
back
trailer
light.
The
Oh
trailer light was
my
out.
God, that's the goofiest
Yeah.
thing ever, bro.
Yeah, so like I did 3 hours, whatever the fuck. I got out. They didn't want to fucking they wanted me a huevo to go back and do time. They were like, you need to come back and do 2 days. Like that's part
For
of the
what?
plea. Because there's
You don't have the option to pay or whatnot?
I still have to pay, regardless.
Oh shit.
But then also requires 2 days.
Hijos de la chingada.
Another
Ah,
little
bueno.
town in Iowa. But Iowa doesn't fucking play with weed at all. Like at all.
Oh,
Like, they're-
okay.
Zero tolerance.
So you have to really know the laws around the United States to know
If
where.
you're gonna be a smoker and you're gonna travel, yes.
Wow.
Look for actual stuff, not just Google.
Yeah.
If not by some
No,
street
I
products.
googled this shit.
No, I mean, now it's just kind of like, I'll just wait till I get to the state, and if it's legal, I'll buy weed there. If someone gives me weed there, fuck it.
Yeah.
Fuck traveling with it, unless it's like wax. Sometimes I like taking wax. That doesn't smell as bad.
Okay.
It's easier to conceal. But
There's a lot of kids doing the pen now.
Yeah,
You know?
But
So-
for me, it kind of changed it because I was like, even though I had to do the time and all that, like my boys from the band, like they had to wait and shit. Y me dio like kind of like pena, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, damn. Even though it was a little bit, like this time, it actually affected them, like my habits. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
So I was
okay,
kind of like,
so-
I gotta change that shit.
yeah.
You know, because it's selfish. That's selfish. Like
Right.
even though I say that it's okay,
It's not.
it's not. You know,
Right.
like it fucking affected them.
So the good thing you're learning as you go, bro.
Yeah.
Like, si aprendes tus lecciones. I mean,
Ya eres señor, güey, no mames.
ya eres señor. Ya eres don Chabelo. güey.
Dice mi jefe, tienes que captar.
Eh.
Tienes que captar, Panzon. Dice.
Well, let me tell a story. Una vez que, like, con tanta tentación que, you know, I always seen you smoke and you smoked in a van. Y
Yeah.
siempre, I was curious about it. And you know me, I'm not a weed smoker. So una vez nos fuimos a tocar al Cuac on a Monday night. And this
What's
guy
that?
estaba
I
ese-
don't remember.
and this guy was like, hey, pues ya dale, güey. It's only 1 hour.
Nah, you wanted to smoke.
No.
You wanted to smoke.
You kept telling me, but I was like, yeah, Chabelo, pero no, I don't know I know my reaction, pero it's just a little hit, bro. I'm like, ay, fuck it. Me eché 2 cheves and then le doy una pinche mamada y ahí estoy como un pendejo ahí. No me pegó durante the first fucking 30 minutes, pero empezamos a tocar. And then I'm like, oh, fuck. Chabelo, he's like, you're gonna get cotton mouth. You're gonna get cotton mouth playing the accordion.
Drink some water. Drink some water.
Ask for a beer, I got you. I'm like, no mames, chaval, tengo un chico de ese, güey. Tengo un chico de ese, güey. He's like, ask for a beer. Hold on. I'm high as fuck too. So agarro, me pedí como 3 cervezas y no se me quitaba la pinche sed. I'm like, and then, dude, as soon as we finished, se me fue. And I'm like, fuck you, Chabelo.
Nah, I remember being outside and you were like, man, I don't want to smoke. You were fucked up.
Yeah.
You're like, I don't want to go home.
I don't
Like,
wanna
I'm
go.
fucked up.
I'm fucked up. Like, no sé ni cómo reaccionar, güey.
And
Like,
I remember your girl even telling me, like, you're like, hey, why'd you get them all fucked up? I'm like, hey,
yeah, bro.
keep on.
I'm not a weed person. I remember smoking with Mota actually one time. Y él sí, I don't know what weed he smokes, pero
It was cool. You didn't
dude,
get that
esa madre me lleva a otro nivel de thinking.
yeah.
Pero
Is that when we were at the studio?
yes. When you guys were all panicking, I was thinking.
Nah, I was not panicking.
You were panicking.
Ava was panicking.
You were panicking. We're able. Shut the fuck up.
What were you guys panicking about?
No. So
They were like, pew,
No,
pew.
I
Manny
think
was
we
like, pew, pew, pew.
no. I think we were done. Y llegó Mota, but he came in with a pipe, like a Santa Claus pipe and shit. You know,
Yeah.
it's like a fucking half of it is like a corn thing.
It's a crack pipe. He showed up with a crack pipe.
So then
Showed up with a fucking light bulb.
he's bro. It was like Thanksgiving. He's like, man, you got a unit. What do you call that fucking thing?
The Hanukkah.
No, fucking something for like Thanksgiving, right?
Right.
He's like, we're a family. We're gonna share this. I'm like, all right. I'm not gonna, coward and not do it. So I'm like, so
I'm not gonna say no.
But when he was like passing around, he kept saying, hit it hard. So I already know. I'm like, man, and if you light it up, you're gonna fucking burn your.
Yeah, you're gonna burn. Yeah.
So I'm like, I just took a little hit. I was chilling. And then Abel, le estaba diciendo a Abel, hit it hard.
Hey, fucking hit the shit out of it.
Yeah. He's like, he burned his throat.
His first one was like, Mota's like, fuck you doing? Jálale, güey.
He was dying, man. He was dying.
Oh shit.
So he was dying. And so we left. And Abel was like literally just the whole way home, like just.
You know those little chihuahuas just like
Had the old fucking scene.
When you
that
pull-
always-
It's like when you pull the leash and the dog's.
sí, güey. Oh, dude, so
it's not for everybody.
we're going up Ketsi. Y yo just looking at Evo, me pasa una luz roja, güey. Bien desconcentrado, bien
Fucking
desconcentrado.
25 miles an hour.
And then
I'm like,
what the fuck, dude? He's just like, oh my God, you're gonna kill us. You're gonna kill us. So you know how the vans are. The seatbelts are all the way over here.
You're trying to reach for it.
Puts it on. And then I start laughing because he looked funny as fuck. I'm like, stop, wait, stop. And then he's like, stop laughing at me. Stop laughing at me. Abel's dying. I'm like, Abel's not dying. And he was like, my esophagus is on fire.
yeah, I remember. We should make t-shirts of that.
My esophagus is on fire.
Oh my God, dude. I said
That
it.
could be like something.
That could be two things.
Yeah, that's something when I forget it.
Wait, de ahí no dejé de parar de reírme, dude. I had to stop, put the fucking van on park to crack up. And this thing is like, dale agua. I'm like, ¿de dónde verga?
Dale agua.
We found like a bottle of water like
This guy
a week old in the back.
from the front seat, se aventó hasta atrás. Like he flew to the back and found a water bottle. He's like, I got it, bro. Abel here. And he's like this in his mouth.
But Visa was concerned, right? He
was super
he was fucking concerned. Like, damn.
Ay, no mames. La primera vez que me pega la mota bien, yo estoy bien tranquilo y tú estás con tus pendejadas, güey. Like, you guys are tweaking, man. No mames. That was fun.
Fucking evil. That's not for everybody.
It's
man.
not for
Smoking
everybody,
is
bro.
not- I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
That's why
Pa'l
I drink.
primo, no.
That's why I drink, bro. No, the last time me eché a correr aquí en la casa. So, yeah.
The fuck?
Yeah, bro.
Parece los pinches perros.
No,
a
sí, güey.
los
No.
gatos,
Sí me eché a correr like a lo estúpido. Like,
Hi.
Hi.
¿Circos?
yeah. No, like out the house. I wanted to run out the
Well,
house.
stop smoking. güey. It's
No,
it's not for
I
you.
stopped.
So what do you recommend for a primo? He gets a little hyper. Do you recommend sativa or la otra?
No, it's because it does.
O en la mitad de cada
It's just smoking. Like it's
It's not for everyone.
it's not for everybody because the effects, even though they're like different, they're the similar like psychosis effect. You know what I mean? Like you,
Did you had regular weed or you had gummies? Because gummies will fuck you up.
No, I don't fuck with gummies.
that it's just the only difference is one's gonna be more concentrated than the other. But at the end, like if you tweak, you're gonna fucking tweak. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because that time, man, it was when we went over there and you were making me laugh the whole fucking
I
thing.
had them tweaking, dude.
Yeah.
They smoke with somebody that knows how to fucking smoke.
Oh,
Yeah.
¿cómo dice?
Esos
Carlos?
cabrones,
Ay.
Aguacate.
esos cabrones dicen like, ay, what?
Pinche
Ahora pendejo.
pen. It was like a little ass pen. We're like,
Nah, it was a little.
no, the pen was small, but I'm saying, well, I took a big hit, but I'm like,
Yeah.
that's not. I was
Next
like,
you know you're about.
Dude,
This
I was
motherfucker's,
just,
like, laughing.
I was just waving my hands. I'm like, hey, like, chill, bitch.
no, así no tenía. No. And there was a leak in the roof, bro. That motherfucking leak was
So big, but it was so
You're
big for
watching
you,
like, hey, that's a fucking loud ass leak, yo.
dude. Because it'll be like,
That's like Manikeys. You know Manikeys? I remember one time we got high as fuck with him. He used to love, he used to like, he was 50-50. He was like, weed is bad. It's a drug. But when it was night, he was like a little gremlin. Like he wanted to smoke.
You
it.
don't want none of this, do we?
Nah, at the night he did. At the night he would be like, hey, paisa, you got some? You got some? You got some?
he's like that, bro.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, with the CD, I think we did like beer, tequila, and weed.
And weed.
Oh my god, dude.
Oh yeah.
So Manikeys, he got fucking high as fuck that time. I remember. And we're all like in the hotel, 2 beds, right? Me, Ricky, him, and Speedy watching TV, all the lights on. Like all the fucking lights on. Everybody chinito smiling at every one of those.
No.
The TV's not even on, actually. We're just,
Everybody's staring at
we're
it.
just sitting there, like laying down.
Laughing and
All
shit.
right, what are we gonna do now? Then fucking Ricky, he don't want to lay down. Ricky, like there was these weird ass like bar stool type of chairs. Like there was a counter in the room, and he grabs the chair, and he fucking sets it down next to the bed because he wants to sit. And then fucking Manny's tweaking, his eyes are red, like chinky as fuck. He's like, whoa, oh shit, paisa, hey Ricky, that's a loud ass chair, yo. And we're just like, what the fuck? This motherfucker's fucked up.
He's too gone.
That's
Yeah.
Manny, where he used to
Bro.
love his fucking weed. I think he still does, fucking Manny.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does, bro. He took me like that one to a fucking blues bar. He's like, you like that? I'm like, I need a beer, bro. I'm too fucking
paisa. Hit it, paisa. Hit that shit, paisa.
He's fucking
Talking
wild,
about Manny, bro. How long do you last in crudos, bro?
On and off, probably like a good 10 years.
10 years?
Yeah.
Shit. So you were there during the whole Duranguense era?
Not the whole Duranguense, no. No, because their Duranguense, they had a fucking pretty sick squad at first.
Did you like the sleeveless shirts?
Yeah, that was always the thing. Yeah, we always did that until like we did the tribal shit.
Yeah.
And I still did the sleeveless shit at that time.
Yeah?
Yeah. Tribal shit, and then after the tribal shit, we did like a rap cumbia kind of thing. But at that time, like, yeah, we were already kind of falling off. Like people were going towards more of the fucking corridos.
Okay.
Fucking
You guys ever try to do the corridos?
we did try to do it, yeah, but it's just you either have it or you don't. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like you gotta have the voice for it, you gotta have the feel, and we just didn't have it. Like we didn't have the feel.
Your music was like fun, you know, like
Yeah, it was
Fucking-
party music.
party
and
music,
shit.
yeah.
Like we were more like club dance, fucking charangas. Like we like that shit. We always like corridos, but it was just like if we do a corrido, let's do like a La Martina.
That shit was badass. I don't remember the lyrics being like, es no una noche ya, noche ya.
Oh yeah, fucking celoso, the paso.
Yeah. That's a badass song. Without the voices and shit, like the chords.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
King
before I
Medina.
joined. But I joined them. They were like, I knew them since like the Sol Negro days.
Okay.
Sol Negro was like in the 90s. That was like during the Corvo Aladdin. And I remember I seen them and I'm like, fuck, dude. Like out of all the grupero bands, to me, they were the most
Your
fucking,
favorite?
the craziest. Because
Okay.
I remember they played like a fucking Molotov song one time at a quinceañera. And I was just like, what the fuck? Like, the grupero and Mota had a hat on like a beanie. He started screaming. And I'm like, this shit's cool. Like and then they played fucking like the best version of Juana La Cubana I ever heard, like from the Chicago band. And they had all the fucking cuisillos, cumbias, like they had all the badass popurris.
go. How did you join Crudos? Like how did
So Manny
I always thought you were their brother, their little brother. I don't
everybody
know.
always said that. Yeah. No, we're not related at all.
He's from Michoacán, igual.
No, Maniquis, yeah. Maniquis from Michoacán, yeah.
Where's
he's
Mota from?
He's from Benjamín.
Camillo. Where's
yeah.
Mota from?
Mota's from Durango.
Oh,
Yeah, he's a Durango guy. And
Mhm.
I met him because
Spiris Cochito?
no, he's from DF.
Oh, he is Chilango.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right,
his
you're right.
dad
From
I think
Monterrey.
is from DF and his mom is Oaxaca.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, and I met him because Manny used to fucking produce the little shitty band that I used to be in. I was with that band for
What's
a
the
while.
name, bro? Just say
You
it.
guys ain't gonna know it, but I'm not gonna say it.
Just say it, man.
It was that band.
We'll bleep it, bro. Say it.
It
say it, we'll
doesn't
bleep it.
matter. It was this band called Dimension.
I kind of heard of them.
Dimension. Yeah.
Where were they from?
It's here in Chicago.
No, were they from Indiana, no?
No, they're Chicago. Yeah.
I
They're
mean, I
Chicago.
saw one of it in Indiana. That's why.
Yeah, we used to play over there a lot. Low key.
Were they from Zacatecas?
No. It was mixed. It was mixed motherfuckers. It was just like a whole
Saludos al primo.
there was nothing there was nothing authentic about that band.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like just fucking random band.
But you guys had a tambor and you guys had a...
Yeah, we fucking knew like, oh, let's do tamborazo or let's do fucking
Tamborazo, cabrón.
Duranguense. And they're like, oh, we'll just call it. Then we called it Tamborazo Dimension.
Okay.
And that's when it was Duranguense. But we recorded like one of the CDs with Manny Keys. Manny Keys was cousins with two other guys in the band. So Manny Keys would go play with us.
Oh, okay. So we'll help out.
Yeah, he would help out, and when he would come, I would be like, "Damn, who the fuck is that fool? Like he snaps." I was little and shit. Ya se me le pegaba, and I was that little kid, that eager ass little kid. Like, hey, you listen to Tejano music?
You're like, I'm not only a showman, but I can do things.
Nah, I was just asking about music. Like, hey, you ever listen to Jaime Los Chamacos and Eddie Gonzalez? And he's like, hey, motherfucker. Chill, motherfucker.
That sounds like him.
Motherfucker,
That sounds
chill,
like him.
blue eyes. He would always tell me shit, but he was cool. Y de allí me le pegué a Manny. And then we kept recording, and then they started letting me record. So that band would let me do the production. So I did like 2 or 3 productions for them.
So you know how to do recordings and shit.
Yeah. All that shit.
¿Estás bien perro?
I had to learn and shit.
What the fuck?
But I did for those guys 2 with Manny.
Okay.
Y de ahí ya empecé a hablar con Manny. And I think after that band, I joined Conjunto Matador for a little bit.
Oh, shit.
So I was with Matador.
Estuve con otra
Yeah.
queriendo olvidar.
I was with them probably
Saludos para la gente de Potrero Guerrero.
Yeah, compa Marcos. They
They got a badass song, uno de los bookies they have.
had good songs, man. That's
Yeah,
why I
they had
joined
good
them.
songs,
Because
yeah.
my uncle,
Se fue, mi amor.
I split up with my uncle. I wasn't
Yeah.
fucking with my uncle. And then he calls me one day and he's like, at that time I wasn't doing show and music. I was playing like on my own shit at
Yeah.
home with a MacBook making music.
I remember Matador was big in Texas, huh?
Yeah, we did good over there.
They had... Well, I will talk about this off camera.
Yeah, they were good over there. They did good. Like I got lucky that when I joined them,
Mhm.
it was like the last year. It was probably like 2000
What do you play there?
keywords.
Keyboards?
It was probably like 2007. So it was about to be recession.
Okay.
Iba a valer verga todo. So I played that last year with them. It was pretty good. It was just a year I played with them. We went to like Denver, Texas, fucking Georgia, and they did good. They did real good. And then after that, I remember I recorded a CD for them.
You did?
With Manny, yeah.
Oh, okay.
It never came out. Or I think it came out, but yeah, they were not really popping anymore. Yeah.
Mm.
Yes, and I just kept talking. I remember Mota came one time when I was making a CD. I told Mota, hey, can you record the sax like for Matador?
Mhm.
And that's when I started talking to them. And then Mota knew me because when we would play together, sometimes like fucking palomazos with the shitty band. And I'm like, oh, that little kid, like, I guess he saw potential. Like, that little kid could do shit. So when I recorded one time, he's like, hey, come by the house and try out. In my head, I was like, oh, shit. Like,
Hell yeah.
Crudos, that's like my dream. Like, that's my
Yeah.
dream band. Like, fuck. And that was it. Like, I went to show up to try out thinking I'm going to play keyboards. He's like, and fucking tambora.
Nah.
You showed up in a sleeveless shirt and shit?
No, it was just like, I
Normal.
Well, my dad took me to try out thinking like, oh, this is going to be a pro band, like this is the real deal. And they get there and it's like Speedy's Garage and like, they're like, you're going to play tambora. And I'm like, and they already had a tambora player. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, you both are going to play tambora? What the fuck? Oh,
Battle of the
man.
Tamboras. You heard it here, folks.
Yeah, it was something like that. That's when Mota had that idea. Like, because he always had crazy ass ideas. So his idea was like, we're going to have a tambora off. We have 2 tamboras. And I'm
No way.
Yeah. That's when I started. But then, like, I could play the accordion already a little bit. So then he's like, fuck that. He's going to play the accordion. And, like, they were already doing the shows, like, for fucking La Martina, where se vestía de vieja uno como la Martina. Laurita Garza se vestía como, you know what I mean? So they're like, aha, you're gonna be that shit.
You had long hair back then, right?
No,
Not
I
yet?
had to wear a wig, bro, like fucking like a vieja and shit.
I remember you had long hair one time, right?
Nah, not like a girl.
Did you get extra pay for that?
No, it was regular shit. This was the same deal, like a little kid working his way up to, like, you know. Except this time I didn't have an uncle. I didn't have nobody there.
Yeah.
Cause I was like 16 or 17. I was just like, you know.
You were getting paid though.
Oh yeah,
right?
I still got paid. But it was like that was the first that I was on my own. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And like I didn't know. To me, it was like, oh, kind of like the big league. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. So I just like took it as it was coming and shit. It was good though. Like the first like years, it was good. Obviously, going in later, the fucking recession. You know, you would
Right.
go fucking out of state and come back with like 200 sometimes. 'Cause
Damn.
it was bad. as
The
shit.
famous, no salió en la puerta.
Yeah, we heard it all way. The fucking bautizo and the
Entonces,
ladies
o sea,
crying because she's like, es que le pagamos mucho al pastel y no alcanzó. Like,
O se desapareció el promotor.
what the fuck?
Cosa que
Pinche-
nos vale verga.
Pinche bautizo. Like that. I thought I seen it all, but that shit was,
They told you that shit for real.
I swear to God. I didn't believe Mota because we were like, man, fuck you. You're trying to fuck us over. Like, fuck you. And he's like, come on, let's go fucking talk to them. And we go talk to them, and the lady's crying. He's like, ay, qué vergüenza, muchachos. Es que.
That's after you played your 4 hours.
Yeah, we played like 4 hours way in Georgia. And they're like, we can't pay you everything like this. And it was something exaggerated. Like, it was like, we went for good money, and they're like trying to give us like $500 or some shit.
Ah, fuck you.
Yeah. So
Wow.
we tocó de todas, like low key there. Like it was a lot of learning shit. Learning to get tough skin.
Hey, don't you feel like nowadays the new era musicians sufren menos?
Yeah,
'Cause
hell
now you
yeah.
get a cell.
Fuck yeah. I
Like-
always tell like every time I hear a little kid crying about some shit or like one of the guys in my band sometimes, I'm like, motherfucker, te hace falta viajar en una pinche U-Haul hasta Florida a la verga.
Without no seats and
Right?
shit.
Yeah, in
We
the
used
back.
to go and fucking
Yeah, in the
launch it.
back.
And we used to be like, aquí se cae primero. We were just busting out
Like,
laughing.
man,
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
fucking-
We actually, you know what? So my dad had tocaba en un grupo. We took that gray van.
Yeah.
It was a fucking.
I thought it was your caravan.
No. This is way before. It was like a box van donde cargaban el sonido.
Yeah.
And my dad is like, pues si quieren, pues ahí llévense la van. I'm like, hell yeah, we got a van. So we put like,
Plastic chairs.
yeah, like those plastic, the fucking.
So we're like,
Y se iban así.
they're like, a ver quién se cae primero, bro.
All the way to Wisconsin, I think. I forgot.
I come from the era, bro, where
High as
my
fuck.
fucking uncles would rent literally a U-Haul truck with all the sound, and I was a little ass kid. I would fall asleep in the fucking speakers
the
in
side.
the back
Speakers.
with no
That was
fucking
me.
air conditioning in the summer way.
That's happened to us.
Y,
Loud
arri-
as
y
fuck.
arriba está caliente,
Yeah,
güey.
that's what I'm
Te
saying.
pega el sol y
yeah.
you're like,
No, it's all fucking closed.
Todo
off.
cerrado,
Yeah,
yeah.
and it's metal. So it's
right,
like-
that's what I'm saying. Te pega el sol a la pinche, a la box and you're fucking hot.
so that's why I tell all these fucking kids, I'm like, man,
Te
te hace
falta esa
falta,
experiencia.
te hace
Te hace
falta
falta
una
barrio.
pinche U-Haul hasta Florida.
Not only
fácil.
that, pero de falta like, 10 guys sleep in one bed.
Yeah.
Sufrir and shit.
Yeah.
No, but now my point was like now kids, now the new bands could get a cell. And now I feel like that happens less now. Like, porque uno va and like, yo, pues at least I got the deposit already. Usually when you go out
Y
of
antes
town,
era
you get,
cabrón
I
agarrar-
know
you get
firsthand, bro, like, because I think I've been doing this for a while. You know, like, I've been on the local circuit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, I've seen it. It goes in hand, like, because shit's more expensive now. Like, life is more expensive, right? So I get it. It goes in hand, right? But as far as, like, the work you're putting into it, it's not the same. Like, before, there was a lot more work. And low key, you could make a lot of money.
Not only that, but like you had to carry your own sonido back
Yeah,
then.
you had to do all that. Thank you, sir. Yeah, you had
Oh,
to
yeah.
fucking, man, it's easy nowadays. It's so fucking
they
easy.
made it like like the technology made it really really easy for
Super
kids
easy.
now. How to learn music.
Made it hard because it's competitive.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
just-
Now there's more
It's more
talent out there.
competitive.
And there's some
but-
good motherfuckers out there too.
Oh
bro.
hell yeah, bro! Like, man, that's why I don't know.
And
Es
you're
que
like,
la-
you've been playing what a year? Like, how the fuck are you this good? Like already? Like, damn, it took me fucking this long.
Yeah.
What do you say to those people on like your YouTube channel que dicen, no, pues él está dando un tono malo?
I say, yeah, you're right. I tweet, that right there. I was putting on a show. I was being more of an entertainer. You know what I mean?
You know what?
Also, you get criticized on social
Oh
media?
yeah, I remember when I first started. Like not anymore as much.
Okay.
not anymore. Because
Dile-
I cleaned up a lot.
Dile, no, porque ahora ya soy una verga.
Not even that. Because when I first started, I was like, oh, you gotta do all this shit.
Yeah.
And like, you gotta fucking go
Like,
through.
we're going against who? Okay.
Yeah, like it's like, nah, that's not it. Like I started knowing, like, oh, se goza más así, like we're, and then I'm like, you know what? Like, people don't give a fuck about music, bro. Like,
Right?
I think,
They don't-
I think you get to a point where you're like, why am I trying to impress this dude?
yeah, the
When
musician.
when I'm here for the people,
Yeah.
not for the guy that's just here.
So when I started noticing like people responding more to like me fucking dancing and going
Yeah.
crazy, and I'm like, you know what? That's a cheat right there.
Yeah.
Like, that's a cheat code. Like, I don't have to be that great of a bass player, but I just gotta make it look like I'm fucking like, snapping. I'm like, and me estoy
moving,
entregando, you
yeah.
know? And the notes, like, they're gonna move them everywhere, because
Yeah.
that's what I tell every bass player, because there's a lot of good bass players in Chicago.
Yeah, bro.
They're starting
Yeah.
to come out, the young guys. and shit.
Yes.
And it's like, it's cool. Learn all that shit. But before anything, like, learn your base.
Yeah.
Because the last thing that anybody that doesn't really know about music wants to hear is the drummer acá por su cuenta, y pinche bajista. Y el
Yeah.
pinche cantante se está paniqueando porque este güey no lleva una base.
Yeah.
Nobody want to hear that shit. They want,
Yeah, bro.
they want to dance.
That's actually a conversation that I had with un saludazo para mi compa Diego Macizo this weekend. He's like, bro, I may not be the best tuba player, pero like people don't want to hear all this bullshit. They want to hear
wanna
the music,
dance.
they want to dance, and they want to feel what el grupo está proyectando, bro. Concentrate on
Yeah.
that. And he said, I could fuck up all I want, but I'm singing my heart out.
Yeah.
Like that's what they want. He said a lot of people he said it. A lot of músicos in Chicago are competing against each other
It's retarded.
instead of competing for the people.
You shouldn't even look. This is what I say. Like, don't even fucking compete against anybody because that's retarded, in my opinion. Like, no
Yeah.
offense to anybody. Like,
Yeah.
it's like I can't compete with you because you're your person.
Cada quien trae lo que trae.
You're an individual. Like, you could. I can't sing like. I
Mm-hmm.
can try my hardest, like to want to sing like you. I could probably hit the note, but it's not gonna sound as gracious as you sing it. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it, man.
No, it's like I'm saying,
Yeah,
same,
and
same
that's-
like you
yeah,
or like that. Like
yeah,
it's
same,
like
same thing que lo que dijo compa Luis, the last podcast we had. Same thing. He's like, hey, bro, like focus on being you.
yeah,
Instead
compete
of-
against yourself.
Yeah, focus on being you. Make your own voice para que la
Yeah.
gente identifique y diga, oh shit, that's him. Instead of trying to, I want to be El Coyote, I want to be MS guy,
Nah.
No, like
You're never
yeah.
gonna be him, and that's not
Right.
to say that you're not gonna be better.
Right,
That's just coyote's coyote.
right.
You're you. Like,
Like make you come out,
yeah.
So like, yeah, bro.
That's what I tell all.
Como
These,
decía Matt Nagy, be you.
that's what I tell all these musicians because, like, I went through it.
Yeah.
When I first started bass, I was like, I was intimidated. I wanted to be good and shit like that. But now it's just like, man, that's so dumb. Because el sol sale para todos.
Right.
There's gonna be work for anybody as long as you do good work.
Your time will come.
There's not even, you're lo que tu empeño es lo que te va a dar. You know what I'm saying? So like if you're being a half-ass bass player and like you're probably gonna get a call here and there, but eventually someone else is gonna come out and they're gonna be more solid. They're gonna sound better, and you're not gonna get called.
Bass players in Chicago, who do you look up to, bro? Bass. 'Cause there was some pretty good ones.
No, there's a lot. OGs, Tony. OGs like Tony from fucking Reno.
Yeah.
What about the Orozcopos guy back in the day?
What was his name? He was good too.
I forgot his name.
It's okay.
Remember?
So here's the thing about those.
I think he
bass
went with
players.
Banda Sierra back in the day. Right?
I like those bass players, but those bass players are different.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like
It's a different breed, no?
It's a different. It's a different touch. Like a lot of those bass players had agility, but when you heard the scales, it was like, ooh, they're hitting one. I mean, they're hitting it fast as fuck, but that's not the scale, buddy.
Yeah, enough to
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's the thing that I didn't really like a lot about those bass. But Banda Sierra bass player, that guy was fucking crazy. I remember he used to do a lot of crazy shit. El Negro too, he was fucking good.
Tu sección.
Muro.
Yeah. Muro,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Muro.
Negro?
Negro. Oh yeah. No,
Yeah,
I'm talking about Renee.
Oh,
Alacranes.
Renee. Oh, okay.
Alacranes.
Sorry, not Muro.
And then there was this
So you're
one-
back down to the bottom of the pile.
I don't know. Do I know him? Do I know Muro? No, right?
Yeah, Negro. Yeah, he's pretty well known. Villanueva, bass player.
Oh yeah. Him, fucking the guy from Macizo, the old guy, the little guy,
Chuy.
Chewy.
Oh,
Badass.
hell yeah, he was a sick dog.
Yeah.
Even Diego was a fucking solid ass
Yeah,
dude.
Diego
man.
played too.
He was.
But
pretty
like
badass.
me, what I like, the type of bit like Tony. I don't know. You guys know Chiquilin. Chiquilin from Los Secreto.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
yes.
Great bass player. He's a great bass. And then I know like other genre bass players.
Yeah.
Like there's this one motherfucker, Shareed Williams. Es otro pedo.
There's this guy I've been sharing videos of on Facebook, dude. I don't know his name, bro. Huh? Nah, bro. No, he's a fucking monster, dude. Lo veo.
Chicago guy or no?
No, bro. I don't know where he's from, but I'm just sharing.
Paisa
videos.
guy?
He's paisa.
Jerry. It's got to be Jerry.
No, hold on.
Uno de Mexico.
Oh, no.
He's got like tattoos and shit.
Yes.
Yeah, it's Jerry. He's a compa. She's cool.
Hold on.
Ese güey es otro pedo. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Yes.
there's all these modern day, babe. Like, I like that guy. From here in Chicago, though, Osmani. From the new guys,
Oh, it's mine.
Osmani,
Yeah.
I fucking love him as a musician, as a everything. Ese way, he's like 10 years younger than me, but I learned a lot from him, like low key. After I played with you guys, that's when I met him. I met him in Anarquia.
This guy.
Yeah, Jerry.
Yeah.
Jerry is a compa.
Yeah, he's
Saludos al
fucking,
compa.
dude,
Yeah.
He's a fucking monster. I used to share his beers. I'm like, oh my
Yeah, he's the shit. He's awesome.
Yeah.
He's like, he's full completo. Bass player completo. He can play anything.
Yeah.
I like bass players like that.
Yeah.
Bass players like, see, like those bass players are cool, but I never heard him play anything else that wasn't like
Your genre?
choppy.
Yeah.
Yolanda. Tony, I've jammed with him different shit. Asmani, I've jammed with him different kinds of, that's the kind of musicians I like. I like a musician that
Well-rounded.
you can fucking throw anything at them, lock yourself in a room, and they're gonna fucking, they're gonna put their flavor to it.
Gotta feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I seen like that lately? También el bass player que trae Secta ahorita.
Sawa.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Sao.
bro. He's
He's
like,
a fucking monster.
Está
that
bien
kid's
chingón.
gonna- like,
Yeah,
he's already
he's
fucking-
young as fuck.
Yeah,
You know,
he's-
like I seen him. I'm like, damn, bro. Like,
He's another badass, man.
yeah.
There's a lot of good guys, man. Him, there's fucking, what's the kid?
Brian from que era de Proeza.
Abel's brother.
Yeah, Abel's brother.
He's
Yeah,
good too.
You know?
Fucking, the kid from Steven from Alta Sociedad. Young guy too, fucking
yes,
good.
You're right. Yeah.
There's so many, bro. There's so many solid bass players.
How did you get into bass? Because
Cause I needed a job.
is that how it happened though?
Exactly how it happened.
Yeah?
Yeah. Fucking I was playing with Anarquia.
Right.
I went with Anarquia. We're playing accordion. And it was like the end of Anarquia already. Like we had Joe on tuba, Jose from Secta, and Frankie Secta on tuba. Or on drums, I mean. And I just remember like Hector had the whole agenda. He had the whole agenda for the band. And I remember one fucking day he just goes, "Hey, Vales, este fin de semana es el último." And we're like, what the fuck? So that, but he has all the gigs. What? Is he gonna give us no, he's not gonna give us the gig. What? And at that time my daughter was gonna be born. Or she was born. She was like a few like weeks old. So I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? This is my job. Like, what the fuck? Like, and I started hearing because I was already friends with Asmani, with the new crew of people,
Right.
local kids like Asmani, Edgar Lopez, fucking all these badasses.
Right.
Raúl the drummer. Y empecé a escuchar like fucking Edgar se va a salir de veloz. The fuck? También Raúl. Asmani se salió de dos banderas. Hector se va a salir de estos hijos.
Something's going on over
These
here,
motherfuckers are making a band. I'm not stupid, They're all quitting at the same time, like all these badasses. And I'm like, fuck. So I knew right away. And I called Hector and I'm like, hey, vale.
¿Qué pedo?
No, en buen pedo. Because I can't, I was at that point, I wasn't like petty, I've never been petty. Like,
Right.
fuck you, you're taking all the word. Like,
Right.
everybody does whatever the fuck they want, But I just told him, like, hey, vale. Nomás para decirte que si ocupas lo que sea, like, you need a bass player, you need accordion, you need drums, a fucking roadie, hit me up. I need work, please. De paro. Not even like a week passed and he hit me up. Vale, jálate a ensayar. And like, I was living in Waukegan at the time.
You were.
And I'm
You
like,
were.
fuck it. I drove and I tried out y me quedé. And that was like the first week of Vanguardia because Asmani was trying out already with him.
Mm.
And Asmani didn't want to play anymore. Or he was going through some shit. So he's like, nah, I don't want to do it. He was trying to like just be like a musician for hire.
Right.
But they were looking for someone to
Like
make the
un
band.
cuadro.
Make the band, yeah.
Right.
So he was like, nah, and then I came in and that's how we started it.
That
Like
is
the
fucking
second
badass.
week, well, we just played all the gigs that Hector had.
Right.
We just played them with Vanguardia.
Oh
And-
shit.
Yeah, and low key, like the band, not to say shit, but it got momentum like right away.
Yeah,
Like-
you guys did, bro.
Like right away. Like we always like got slowed down by shit. Like when these guys got out, when the brothers got out,
Right.
you know, when Marito, we always had slowed down, you know.
Pero you guys picked up pretty
Yeah,
quick, bro. Pretty
that's-
quick, you know.
That's,
And
why I
that's
stick
one
to-
conversation que I want to have with Hector because I want to bring Hector along. A ver si
Yeah,
me lo puedes hacer
Yeah,
para
yeah,
que
I can
venga
make
because I
upload
know
it.
Hector has a long history.
yeah.
He's been in a lot of bands. He has a lot of experience of like making bands
Yep.
y like de no rajarse, bro. Because like he's a very talented kid, you know. Y bro, qué más quisiera platicar con él, like sus
Oh, yeah.
inicios, bro. Like same to you, bro. Like siempre te he querido traer a ti, and I'm like, bro, I want to have a conversation like off of whatever we've been through, you know. Pero like I want to have a good.
There's got to be a
conversation.
series, man. That's a
Yeah.
series. It's I just told you like 10% of my life.
Yeah, bro.
And it's already been like, what, like 2 hours? Fucking
Yeah,
1
to be
hour,
honest,
2
yeah,
hours.
bro. So like a mí me gusta platicar de esas cosas, bro.
Same.
Me gusta like saber your story, like we know your story like while we were together, but I never knew your backstory or your future story. Now, ahorita que estamos en diferentes grupos,
Yeah.
we're like, hey, you know what, like I want to let me see what's going on with my compa Chabelo. Let me see what you're doing now. Let me see how
Yeah.
you're feeling now. Like you looking sexy as fuck right now, and I'm like, damn, Chabelo, what the fuck you doing, bro? You know, so
Yeah.
everybody looking sexy in this table except for mi compa Misa, pero he
What
ain't
you
no.
trying to say, man?
The hell?
How long you been in Vanguardia already, bro?
Since the beginning, which is going to be 7 years this year.
Shit,
Yeah,
6
that's
years.
better.
No. Yeah, 7 years this year.
7 years.
So you seen that all the changes they come in and they come
Oh,
out.
So
yeah.
you went
I've
to
been
the
through it from the
through
beginning
the
to this.
pandemic and all that shit, right, bro?
Bro, yeah.
So how
So
do you feel about being switched from like bass to accordion to bass and stuff like that?
I got fucking used to it already, man.
Yeah,
Because you
I-
did a little fucking accordion after.
Yeah, after Edgar, I had to play. Man, that was the
Yeah.
fucking hardest thing
You
ever.
had a colorful one, no?
Yeah, but that was probably like the hardest because it's one thing to
that was mine. He used that with me.
there was that. It's one thing to like fucking play Ramon Ayala songs, Cachorro songs, fucking. It's hard to play it on a tecla accordion. But bro, to
Ah,
play
yeah,
fucking
bro.
songs that Edgar would fucking make or even Marito were because we already had like a few recorded with Marito.
But you already had a style, bro. You already had those chords in there, shoving them in there.
I did like up to that point, but then they recorded new shit and they took it to another fucking level.
And
I'm
you're like, fuck you,
bro, I'm just catching up. Like I'm just getting the old shit, way, you know, like yeah, like and all es que esos güeyes, pinche Edgar, saludos al compa Edgar, es un pinche,
Yeah, he's a monster, bro. It's being
es un
clean.
pinche monster.
Es que así son los compas de Nuevo León.
Yeah, yeah, he's from fucking de Monterrey.
Bro, ellos son bien limpios, bro. a
Yeah.
lo
Y
que viene siendo.
Marito's like, ese ha sido mi escuela. Like Marito's been my
Yeah.
school from, like that's why when he joined, that was a whole nother fucking trip.
Another level.
Because I was like, what the fuck? I looked up to this man for years. Like,
Yeah. And it's pretty amazing how, like, aceptó a venirse con ustedes. Like, you know, like, pues, no, not to talk shit, but like, we look at each other as locals. And then somebody like that.
bro, he was my idol, like my
Right.
whole life.
So he comes along and he's like, fuck it. I'm
And
gonna
he
join
became
you.
my best friend, like Loki.
Right.
So
That's
I'm
what I'm
like,
saying.
Fuck, the world's crazy.
Right.
The
Right.
world is crazy. It's not random. I stopped thinking it's random. That's why I say, like, your work, it shows. Like,
Yeah.
your fucking, tu empeño es lo que
Yes.
te da resultado. If you want to go fucking play every weekend and cash out and get,
Right.
that's cool, but you're just going to stay right there.
Como le digo a estos güeyes, like your work puts
Hey,
your level.
ya no le
There's-
puede decir
there's-
güeyes porque tiene uno
Oh,
compadre.
there's levels to this shit. You gotta keep climbing that shit.
Yeah.
You can't just stay in one spot all the time. I mean, if you want to, you could. I'm not saying it's bad. You know, if you're good with it, but fuck it. You know, it's easy money.
It's because,
Bro.
like, it's like McDonald's doesn't cook, they don't fucking sell all day and cash out that money that day. You know, that's not how a business works. Like,
It's been years, bro.
Like, if it's like, what do you want to do? Do you
Yeah,
want to be a
tiene que
hobby
tener
or do you
empeño.
want a fucking business?
Yeah.
Like, at my age, bro, like, I already learned that I can't get fucking rid of music.
Yeah.
I've tried.
Es un pinche vicio.
I just can't.
It's
And then
Yeah.
at this point, I would be stupid.
I think we all in this table we share that same addiction, which is music, bro. Like we probably try to leave it at one point, but then you.
I try to leave it fucking like 20
Uno
times.
que dice que he's gonna quit every weekend, ¿no?
Oh yeah, that was the last year.
That's what I tell that shit to everybody. I'm like, don't be stupid. Don't do that shit. Because that's the biggest waste of time. You're going to fucking waste a year doing something completely different. And then you're going to get an opportunity and go back to it. And you're going to throw that fucking opportunity away. I'm like, if it's already
Totally
in you,
agree.
amárrate los pinches huevos
Y atórale.
y atórale, pero bien, not fucking half-ass. Like, not
Yo
that,
sí la atoro, primo.
like
Hazle
none of that
caso a
half-ass
Alex,
shit.
güey.
Yo sí la trabajé.
Contextale sus textos, güey.
Like, it's hard, man. It's hard. You get kids, it makes it harder. But
Yeah.
but it also makes it easier because te alinea. Si no eres pendejo, te alinea.
Right.
And it makes you fucking like, okay, then I gotta make this worth it. Like, okay, I'm gonna be away, but fuck, le tengo que echar pinches ganas y tengo que tener esos pinches güeyes también al tiro porque you're not gonna waste my time and my value. Like, no, we're all doing this for fun.
Sacrifice.
Yeah. It's not just like, let's go get paid. No, we're gonna get paid, but we're thinking
I want it for something even more.
Yeah,
even
like
more.
fountains. Yeah. Like, this is the way I look at it. I'm like, I want a fountain of shit. You know, from the main thing is Vanguardia está tirando agua. De aquí quiero agarrar un pinche. Oh, maybe I could start
Un little branch.
a little shirt company or fucking my food. I could get a food truck over here, or I could get a fucking gym right here.
Fitness class.
I could start a school of music right here.
You could at this point, bro. Like, you could.
That's just a matter of tying the fucking.
Ahí me deja saber para que vaya.
So how do you get the nickname Chabelo, bro?
Oh, I didn't even say it. Wow, right?
Yeah,
it was from Crudos. When I joined Crudos, and when I was 16 or 15 the first time, there was this guy. You guys probably know Mariano Vargas. He played with Herencia Guerrerense.
Okay.
You guys remember? You know,
I remember the band. Yeah.
Herencia Guerrerense.
I remember el señor con el vocerrón.
Yeah, so the keyboard, un morrillo se llamaba Mariano, tocaba la tuba y los teclados. Y luego también Tizo, uno que se llamaba Tizo, tocaba la tambora, uno de pelos pinches.
Güeros and shit, right?
Yeah, he was in Crudos too when I got there.
He was.
Yeah.
I knew he was.
Yeah, that was a squad.
With the blonde hair,
the
the blonde hair.
Bien prieto, güey, pero
Blonde hair.
Blonde hair.
To this day, I think he should fucking have it and shit.
I think he's a construction guy now, no?
He's
Saludos
a ese compa. I don't know.
He just added me on Facebook. I'm like, wait, who's this? I'm like, oh shit, it's the guy from
Luis. Se llama Luis.
Yeah.
And I got there, and the first fucking Mariano, he's just looking at me for the whole practice. Him and Speedy are like, it's like this little kid thing. Like, you know, when you go play with new little kids,
They're laughing.
and they're like, look at this guy, and they're doing their cool moves and shit like that, and I'm just the outsider. And then all of a sudden at the end of the practice, it's just like, Mariano's like, este güey se parece a Chabelo.
Goofy.
That was it. From then,
Took it.
We don't choose nicknames. You know what I'm saying?
It just sticks, right?
Yeah, it just stuck, and then everybody fucking called me that. From then, it hasn't stopped. I try to tell people, no, pues me llamo Efren. Oh, Chabelo.
Yeah, as soon as you
Probably
tell
even your
Chabelo,
family
it's
calls you
just-
there, right?
My family calls me that. Yeah, yeah. Unless,
Yep, it's right there.
do I look like me? Probably. I think he's sexier.
That's crazy, bro. No, that's badass, man. So on your social media, I see you've been working a lot on Instagram because I see you going live every day. Or something
Work,
like that.
man. It's work.
Yeah,
So you
and
see-
vida fit and everything.
So you see social media as work now, right? You use social media to like.
Okay, here's my. I'm crazy, bro. I'm crazy with this shit, like in a sense, because I don't like social media.
Okay.
I'm not a social media person. Up to this fucking band, I just always been like I just don't like it. I don't like being personal with my shit with strangers, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But you know, it's been kind of crazy. Pandemic happened. You know, a lot of shit happened. You got isolated from people. You know?
Right.
A lot of people went through crazy shit. You know what I mean? Like including myself. So that and I put that in the mix with my band and my work, and I'm just like last year I started thinking about it. You know, I'm just like, how do I fucking put myself out there? Like how can I fucking interact with people? And I'm like, you know what? Like I've been through a lot of shit. Like even like I like doing these podcasts. Like I like talking this shit because I'm like, some motherfucker could hear and be like, oh, that makes sense.
Right.
I'm not gonna do that, or I'm gonna do this because that makes sense, or that motherfucker did it, right? So I started catching on to shit like that. You know, I went through this whole depression, bad phase, and then it's like, the world owes me. I got in an accident. Remember, I got in a car accident.
Yeah.
And I thought the world owed me all this shit and fuck music. It doesn't let me be on my. I just estaba mal la cabeza. I was blessed. I'm blessed to say que superé esa mentalidad.
Right.
And I was able to flip it and be more on like pendejo, like be grateful for your job. And I started thinking of it like this, like not the money, you know. Like after I got divorced and I was married for a while.
Right.
And then I got divorced. When I got divorced, it was more like, you know, the music was kind of it was fucking me up mentally because I was lonely because I never saw my wife.
Right.
I was on the road or wherever the fuck. And I'm in my head, I'm like, well, she's got to put up with this shit and I got to put up because I'm making money, right?
Right.
So that made me.
So es como un little meme que vi earlier today. Either you're out there making money or you're home not making any money. And then you're
stressed because of no money.
Right. And then you stress for no money. There's 3 things, bro. So you're trying to split yourself 3 ways. No tengo dinero, so I got to be out there.
Yeah.
Me falta dinero, pero mi corazón quiere estar aquí en la casa.
That's why don't fucking have kids unless you got your shit together. Because don't fucking.
It's stressful, bro.
It's stressful.
Yeah.
So like, if you have your shit together, you got money and you're good, and like you're not struggling, like then have a kid. If you're gonna start a business, don't have a fucking kid. Start the business, get this business going, and then have a kid.
Get your sister primero.
Because it's like, so that's what I learned. Like I'm like, you know what? I'm not putting in my whole in this marriage. Like, I'm not putting all my efforts.
Right.
Because estoy bien pinche puteado desvelado de las tocadas.
Yeah.
And then it was just got down to the point where I'm like, okay, I got to quit one. Like, my wife is done with me already.
Right.
I could, in my head, I'm like, I could quit music and I could just entregarme todo. Like, and I'm like, we'll get therapy. We'll do all this shit. You know, I did the Sapo trips, all. Curaciones.
How was that, bro?
Hang on, that's another story.
I wouldn't know that.
Hang on.
Yeah.
So
I
got to the point where I'm just like, whoa, fucking. Even if I quit music, like statistically, there's like only a 20% chance that my marriage is gonna work.
Right.
And then what the fuck am I gonna do if it doesn't work? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, you know what? It's only fair that I give this up, let that go, you know, work on myself. And then put everything in the fucking music.
Right.
You know, that's what. And I'm like, ahí voy a empezar a ver resultados. Yo creo.
Right.
And that's what I did. Like, I started doing that. And then I'm like, how do I fucking give it my all if I fucking hate this shit? If I blame my failed marriage on this.
Right.
So I'm just starting to like baby steps way. Literally, like writing journals down. Like, okay, well, you made this much money this week. You paid for this for your daughter. You paid your bills. Okay. It's okay. Now you're introducing the good things in your head.
Right.
All right, I'm starting to feel better about it. And then now I'm starting to take my daughter to the festivals with me because now my time with her is just me and her.
Right.
It's not, shared. So, okay, I got to take her to the gigs because I don't have a babysitter. But at the same time, I'm taking her just like my dad used to take me when I was little.
Todavía estás conviviendo.
Exactly.
You know, you're trying to make the time.
I'm showing her like, hey, your daddy works.
Right.
This is your daddy's work. Like, this is like, you're coming along, but this is what I do for work.
Right.
And she's seen that shit. And she's seen like.
So she understood it.
Yeah, she's starting to. Barely.
Yeah.
Like barely. Like, because I take her to these big festivals and people are fucking crazy.
Yes.
Like I'm over here and I get high off that shit. So I put on and then I got my baby there. I'm going to put on the best fucking show that I can put on. And every time she looks at me, she's looking at
that's my dad.
Because it's a trip on them, bro. Because like the absence, I remember it. Like they don't like it. You know,
right.
No little kid likes that. So I'm trying to show her, like, connect the dots, baby. Like, I'm absent, but I'm over here making people happy so I could support you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I know you're little, like, but
one day you'll understand.
Like, I'm not telling her. I'm showing her.
Right.
You feel me? Like, I'm trying to show her through these things. Like, and it's a struggle on me, but that's the balance I'm finding. All this shit, nobody told me, bro. So something clicked in my fucking head, like, motherfucker, start going live. Start talking your shit. Start talking to fucking people, even whatever the fuck. Start sharing your experience.
Right.
Because everybody thinks you're like an external person.
Bro,
like,
it's que
you're famous or you're an alien or
yeah.
No, I'm a fucking person. I cry. I struggle. I broke sometimes.
Es que mucha gente, como te digo, behind social media, nos ven como que, oh, we're up there, we're doing this and we're doing all that. Y like, bro, I see it from both perspectives. Ahorita estoy poniendo sonido. I'm still on stage, but I'm going like back to back. And I tell my kids, like, hey, you know what? Like, I want you to learn a little bit of sound because we have the sound in the house, so we could like just
it's
fuck with it.
That you can use
like,
one day.
This is money.
Yeah.
Like, pero there's sacrifices to this shit. You know, like the musician wise, like you're not gonna be here. Pero if I didn't even have a regular job, like I'll be okay with the sound or with the music, you know. But I have a regular job, so I have to go to work, make money, come home, get a little bit of family time,
and
but then
cool.
leave and then leave and then come back at 1, 2 in the morning because I'm already done.
Yeah.
You know, so like, yeah, you're right, bro. You get que buscar el balance, you know,
You gotta
like
find a balance, bro, and nobody teaches you that. And a lot of these young musicians, like I tell them, I'm like, you're setting yourself up for a long. You're gonna learn, but you can learn faster.
yeah,
Like I'm gonna give you the cheat codes.
yeah.
Like I'm keeping up with the times. Like I'm not going. No me basto a lo pasado.
right.
Lo pasado solo fueron like aprendencias. You know what I
Right.
mean?
De ahí se
But
aprende, yeah.
De ahí
yes.
se aprende, pero things change. You know, it's a
Los
different
tiempos
time.
cambian,
Los
bro.
tiempos.
Yeah.
So that's like, you know, like off your experiences, that teaches you how to adapt, right?
Yes.
Because you adapt to that experience, so now you know you could do it again.
And like you said earlier, tu skin gets thicker, bro.
Exactly.
You think it's
Yeah, it
like,
does.
se pone bien thicker and you're like, oh, like ahorita, yeah, you know, uno se agüita a veces. Como te digo, buscando el balance, you're like, no mames, like,
You
se
feel
me acaba-
defeated.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
get defeated.
Pero like at the end of the day, you like, you know you're doing something. And then if you focus on shit like that, you'll be like, oh shit, like I am doing something.
Yeah.
You know, I'm pretty fucking glad you found some bandits like that, bro.
Wait, it took
Yeah.
a lot. I had to lose my marriage, low key. I had to lose my family. I had to lose a lot. That like
Yeah.
and now I look back and I could say like, que pendejadas, right? But it's like it had to happen. Because if it didn't happen, I wouldn't be here telling you guys this shit. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be thinking this shit.
Or
I
telling
wouldn't
us
right
now,
and
yeah.
I wouldn't be applying myself like that to my daughter.
Right.
Because before this, I was a wreck. Or before
Yeah.
I had thought like that. Like I was just like, man, fuck. Si me muero ya. Like, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, fuck. That's the best case scenario. Dying,
Right.
you don't feel shit because the drugs are not making it go away no more.
Right.
And it's like, no, that's not it. Because if you're not dead, then you're alive. You're winning.
Right.
This is what I say. This is my fucking slogan. Worst case scenario, you die.
Yeah.
If you fucking die, that's the worst that can happen.
Right.
If you're not dead, you're winning. Get the fuck up. Like, do something about
Yeah.
it.
Do. Yeah.
Like, climb.
haz algo.
Just
haz
take
algo.
one step. Literally, just take. If you feel like you're dying, but you're not dead,
Yeah.
literally all you gotta do is just take one fucking step, and you're already winning from the situation you were just in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I learned instead of being a little bitch and crying and like,
Hell yeah,
me
boy.
voy a go, agarren
Yeah,
esta,
yeah.
man. Like, nah, fuck you. Like, your daughter's still looking at you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna leave?
Or your kids is still
Your
looking at
kid,
you, bro, yeah.
exactly. Like, what the
Yeah.
fuck? Like, is that fair to her? You already
Yeah.
brought her into this bitch ass world that sucks.
Right.
Yeah.
You're not gonna show
might
her.
as well show an example.
You're not gonna show her how to live in it. Like,
Right.
you already kind of know how not to do it.
Right.
Why can't you learn? You know?
And now we gotta learn how to live with aliens too, bro.
Nah,
Now, what do you thought about? Do you see that shit in Vegas?
yeah.
El primo doesn't believe in it.
That's a whole nother man. It's because that's a crazy guy.
I mean, we're not alone in this motherfucker. I know that for a fact.
Oh no, I mean, there's like, I don't know, like there's a lot.
What's your take on that, Chabelo?
I believe in it. I believe in God. I believe in like different alien.
You don't feel like I have this weird ass feeling like these motherfuckers are gonna, because you know there was ancient civilizations.
Do you guys read the Bible?
I read it at one
Okay,
point, but
like I don't want to be that crazy motherfucker, but everything the Bible says is like
it's happening.
and
Right?
happening, and everybody's saying like aliens.
You think they're angels?
Alien. Well, that's the thing. Is that the same thing? What's an alien? What's a UFO?
Well, it's something we never seen. It's
Unidentified. So
Yeah.
what the fuck does that warrant? That it could be anything.
yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, what is God? You really think God is like this guy with long hair in the sky? Like,
with a
No.
white blouse and
no,
chanclas?
like if he made humanity, he literally made, you know,
This Step Brothers. I picture my God in a tuxedo shirt.
That's how I feel.
rocking out.
That's what I
to a
think.
Van Halen concert.
I used to be like, nah,
Ya cállate, misa, güey. No hables
todo,
mucho, güey.
todo's random, but
Hey, like it's crazy because I have this crazy ass feeling. You know how like there was ancient civilizations, right? Like
Mhm.
Aztecs, Mayans.
uh,
Do you feel like those motherfuckers got put on reset because they were fucking out so crazy? Esos güeyes están puteados. Let's reset them a little. Like, don't you see like they're gonna do that shit?
Well,
to
I don't
us
know,
now?
bro. I think they were doing too much perico.
No, but I'm saying like you know how the world's going crazy right now. Like just we're seeing shit. That
I
is
think
like
they advanced. I think they didn't get fucked up. I think we were the advancement of them, but we fucked up.
okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We're fucking up.
We're fucking up because those guys were fucking ahead.
Do you
of
feel like
time.
they're gonna reset us then?
Those guys were
They
like,
might,
they
maybe,
said,
I don't
esos ways, you know what the Mayans, and they said, fuck this world. We're ready for the next dimension.
Like you see,
You know what I'm saying?
Have you
That's
seen-
what they were on.
Have you seen this? The Guardians.
And we're
of the-
like, oh, we want social media and all that. We want to stay here. We want to be rich. We want cars.
you seen,
Nigga, this is another thing.
You know, ahorita...
you seen Guardians of the Galaxy the nueva?
Nah.
You seen Guardians of the Galaxy the nueva? You compa? Damn. You guys watch this? This is part where where Rocket,
Uh-huh.
he's a smart ass fucking guy, right?
Right.
So he makes the right thing to make the right civilization. So these motherfuckers make a whole world, and they're like, nah, they're fucking up, and they just they're talking about reset. Like, what if these movies are kind of telling us something, bro?
I think,
Come on, Chabelo, to say it.
Nah, it's because it's crazy. Like,
Like, you don't know what to believe, right? Like,
no, I know what I
No,
I know what I believe. I know what the fuck. Okay, here's the thing: is like I consider myself a cat. I've died at least that I could count up, like for sure off the top 6 times that I've died.
Shit.
That I fucking blacked out and I'm like, I'm dead.
Once.
Like that.
Llevo una.
He's a Jenny Rivera.
And
Probably
every time,
once with me too.
every time, wait, it was like, and I tweaked.
You wake up and you're like, what the fuck?
Like, where the fuck was I just right now? But I remember, like, I get goosebumps when I'm just like, and then when I did the sapo,
So how
That's-
does
that's
that
when
happen?
That's when it really tied everything into perspective. The whole times that I died and where the fuck I was when I was.
Is that what helped you with your previous issues?
Well, the thing is, the thing about that. Okay, I'll explain to it first what it is. I'll wait for him because he asked me.
él no le gusta. Él no le gustan las drogas.
He can
No,
hear
it's
it.
not a drug. That shit is. Let me tell you right now that anybody who thinks, oh, DMT, first of all,
So what's the name of it? Like,
DMT.
Okay.
So the where this originates from is from your fucking brain.
okay.
We all have a fucking substance in our brain.
El
We all
primo just farted. Whoever heard that shit in the background.
salud.
Me habló acá estoy, no me grite.
So in
We
your
heard
brain,
something.
you have fucking pheromones. You have dopamines. You have different fucking fluids that go to your nervous system and make you feel things and
Yeah.
think things. Also, there you have this shit called 5-DMTO, 5-DMTO, 3.
Okay.
That shit is like, I know you guys have heard, oh, se me subió el muerto.
Uh-huh.
And I
Oh, I have that shit all the
and I
time.
see that. Okay, that shit is that.
That
So
happened to
what-
me when I was younger. Like,
So
No,
what?
a mí
what-
cada rato,
sleep
güey.
paralysis. It's called sleep paralysis.
Sleep paralysis, yeah.
What that is when you're when your brain somehow for some reason, it happens when we go through traumatic events like a fucking car accident or some emotional trauma
Right.
that's heavy. Our brain just does it. Like it when it goes into that rest fucking tweaking
Like, shuts you
phase.
down.
It's because the only time that your brain gives you that is when you're born. So when you're born a baby, like, and you come out, is you get your first fucking dose of cinco de metal. So you trip. That's why
Okay.
we can't remember. Like
Like coming out.
you
and
don't
shit.
remember
What
it
the
coming out of the
fuck?
womb.
Yeah.
Because that you're going on a trip. Like, and then when you die,
Okay.
you get that last fucking the doses, and that's why people say my life flashes. That's what that
Oh,
is.
what the fuck?
Yeah. So that's what that is. Sleep paralysis is just a little dosage of it. There's monks that know how to fucking like they don't so el
Go
sapo,
into it or something?
yeah, they could just do it on the spot. So essentially El Sapo obviously is a frog.
Mhm.
Years ago, I don't know how the fuck
Somebody licked one.
somebody fucking figured out like somebody figured out that like they licked it.
Was it Homer? Because that was an episode on The Simpsons.
No, it was like the Mayans were like some indigenous
Ancient
people.
civilization?
Some
Yeah,
fucker out
indigenous people. It was old way. This is an old thing.
Okay.
They fucking found it. And the thing about this frog, bro, it's not just a frog that you just see everywhere. Like it's only in the
That's
desert.
somebody licking
It's
frogs.
only in the
That's
desert in a fucking certain part of the desert, and it hibernates for 7 months,
Oh shit.
and then it comes up for like 2 or 3 months, and those are the only months that you can grab it and fucking get the poison. So someone figured out that you can get that poison, and they were licking it for a while, but the most common way that they fucking administer it is they smoke it. They smoke, so they grab the poison, they dry it, they cure it for like a month. It dries up, and then they pack it in a fucking crack pipe, and they smoke it like crack. Like they light it up in the bottom.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and you hit it, and that shit tastes like tortilla. Literally tastes like.
Oh,
I smoked it 3 times already, and it tastes like.
You heard it here, folks.
And that essentially it triggers your brain to leave that last dosage. Like if you're dying, so essentially you die.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
yeah, that's what that is.
So explain that trip, bro. Like, is somebody there with you? Like.
Yeah, I was there with Marito, so I was with my boy Marito.
So you know what's gonna happen. Like,
I knew because I studied it. Like
Okay.
that's the thing about
oh, so you
life.
studied before you
Yeah,
did?
before I did it, because that's the thing about nothing's random in life. If you think random shit, it's not. You better stop thinking that. You better start figuring out patterns because there's patterns, right?
Okay.
And this is when I learned that. Like, if I didn't think that fucking idolizing Marito my whole life was for a reason, like, this is when I figured it out. And it was, he joined my band, and right then I was like, okay, damn, that's crazy. First of all, I manifested it, like, in the sense of I idolized him since I was like 9 years old. Like, what the fuck? And followed his career like the whole time. And then he joined my band. But check it out. Like, I was already going through shit in my marriage at this time. And I was like looking desperately for methods.
Okay.
Like, to heal my shit. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna do shrooms. I'm gonna do a shroom trip. And I did a few shroom trips. And I did that. And then I'm gonna do therapy. I did therapy. And me estaba desesperando, me estaba ahogando. So I'm like, man, I wasn't religious, so I wasn't praying or nothing, but I was just desperately like
trying to find something.
Like, what do I do? And I had already seen that sapo shit. Like, but it was like $10,000 to go with the chaman in Sonora. And
shit.
Yeah, it was a whole thing. So I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Anyways, whatever, fuck that. I'll do shrooms or therapy. Then Marito comes into the picture. And then, you know, I'm stressing because I'm about to be out of job because Edgar and Eliud are getting out, and I'm
right.
Like, and then I'm about to lose my marriage too, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm just
so you're juggling. You're juggling with your life.
I'm tripping hard, bro. I'm tripping, and I just got healed from an accident. You know, like I almost died in the fucking car accident. So I'm just like, what the fuck? Marito comes in the picture, and we ask him. He helps us out a weekend, and then we're like, he helped us out. What the fuck? That's crazy,
right?
And now we're like, hey, you want to stay? You're like, yeah, right. He's gonna stay. And he thinks about it. He's like, okay. And he told us like
that?
No, it wasn't like that. He told us like, that's when I found out that he does fucking. Because the first time I met him a year before then, and this is when I knew this shit's not random. Because the same way he looked at me in my eye, and I had just done some dumb shit, and my conscience was fucked up, like I was tripping. And he looked at me in my eyes when I first met him. He was producing our CD, Take Two. It was the second CD we did. And he's like, Chabelito, ese es un guerrero, usted. Ahí tengo unos hongos. No sé si quiere, si gusta. Son de Seattle, los pro. First thing he ever said to me. And I'm like, and when I think back, I'm like, I was going through some shit. And I think he saw it in my fucking eyes.
Right.
And he's like, here, go fucking trip out. You're going
to feel good.
No, it's a castigo. When you do that shit, it's
really?
a fucking, when you're fucked up, yeah. Like when you're like in your conscience and you're being a little bitch, and it's because you can't face some things because you feel bad about them. You know, like when you fuck up,
right?
Shit like that. And he gave them to me, and I was in the studio, like we were in the studio, and I was just tripping hard, way. So I'm already kind of like in my head, like, what the fuck's going on? A year later, when he came to help us.
What va a ser primo cuando you take your fucking mushroom trip?
I don't know, bro. I want
to.
I got you. I'll take you.
I want to be with Chabelo.
I'll take you. I already did like 3 people that they were depressed, and I'm like, let's go do this shit.
Did you do microdose or how much?
I did it the full way.
So
we did like
what's the full way?
Pero
3.5 grams at least each person.
Pero como Carlos nos estaba contando que like you got to microdose
because we got invited to a party. Yeah. Want us to do it with them.
You could microdose, but we're talking about the day and age now. You know how we're saying everybody's a pussy nowadays.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like back in the day, you didn't microdose. Back in the day, you just
take the whole fucking.
Te pegabas un pinche susto, pero te aguantabas. You know, if you went crazy, because
somebody's watching you though. Like,
well, when I do it with like unless. That's why you microdose. If you microdose, it's because you're by yourself.
No, I think you guys are talking about mushrooms. He's talking about the DMT.
No, we're talking about mushrooms.
Mushrooms.
Yeah. So they're very similar. Mushrooms, psychobilin, it actually activates your cinco de metres too. Man. It's just not strong. That's strong. Like how the other shit. And it's more.
I'm very interested in this.
It's more fucking. It's
you pussied out last time, man.
Bitch, because I don't know what the fuck. But like, I read into it, and yes.
It's good for you. It's therapeutic. I mean, it's good, but it's not like... Okay, think about it like this. You do therapy, you're going to do it for like, depending on your trauma, what the fuck you went through.
A year, maybe 2.
At least a year.
Yeah.
And then, if not even, like if you do it for a year, you're just going to start tapping in
a
little bit. And when you start tapping, I'm telling you from experience, you start tapping in, ay, güey, le sacas. Le sacas de culo, because you're just like, you're sober as fuck, and now you're unleashing all these memories that you've just been hiding like a little bitch. And you're just like, oh, wait, what the fuck? I forgot that happened. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Holy. And then it's just like overwhelming. And that's why the first time I stopped therapy was because of that. Because I started tapping into some
Emotional shit.
I was like, yo, I was not ready for that shit.
Wait, bitch. Wait.
Like, yo, chill. Chill. I got to process this shit because what the fuck?
Yeah.
But it gives you a lot of perspective. You know, it gives you perspective. Once you're able to like
Take it in.
take it in, you got to take
How
it
long is the trip for?
of the what?
The mushrooms.
Mushrooms is a little longer depending on how much you take.
Yeah.
Mushrooms is like, it could be anywhere from like 3 hours to like 5 hours, 6 hours.
Wait.
But you're saying to go in there with a clear mind, though, right? Because if you're gonna go in there with like some negative shit, you're gonna go into some crazy.
You're
shit.
going to go into it with the way you go into it.
Okay.
Because if you're taking mushrooms, chances are that your mind is not strong. And that's where you're taking it.
Okay.
You know,
Right.
That's
Well,
why I take it.
Yeah.
So you got to go into it sincerely, genuinely, the way you fucking are.
When you're saying strong mind, what do you mean, bro?
Like when you fuck up in life, everybody fucks up.
Yeah.
And some people, instead of looking at it and accepting it and being like, I'm a bitch, I fucked up.
Mhm.
And like, how can I not do this? Instead, what they do is they hide it.
Okay.
And they just want to be keeping that same person.
I feel attacked.
No, I mean, I'm talking about myself.
So which one do you call strong mind? The one that faces it, or
The one
hides
that could face it, analyze it. I mean, really, the strong one is the one that doesn't even fuck up
it?
because he already learned.
Okay.
He learned, and when he sees certain patterns, like I told you guys, the patterns.
Yeah.
Once you see the patterns, then you know, no, I'm not gonna do that because I already know what's gonna happen. If I touch it, it's hot. If I touch the
Okay.
stove, it's hot. That's a strong mind.
Yeah.
A weak mind is someone that's driven by their emotions, that's driven by their trauma.
Okay.
So they just act based upon what they've been through. You know what I mean? Regardless if it's somebody that never went through, like if you're in a relationship and you're subjecting your fucking other, you know, shit like that.
Mhm.
That's a
Wow.
weak mind. If you do shrooms, it's because most likely you have a weak mind. It's gonna strengthen it because
Okay.
you don't have a fucking choice. It's like getting on a roller coaster. You're not gonna get off. You can't.
Agárrese.
Agárrese a la verga. And then
So what happens afterwards?
nothing. You're grateful. You just come back and you come back with a sense of fucking of clarity. It gives you clarity because now you face the shit that you had to face, but it didn't take you a year to face it. It took you 6 hours and you faced it
God.
right there.
So when you're
¿Cuándo me puede robar?
when you're on shrooms, do you see shit too, or is it just like your
You
mind?
could, but it's your mind.
So you go on a trip.
It's just like the sequel de Nuestros. Like when you have sleep paralysis, oh, I saw a ghost. Everybody says it.
No,
I saw that. I've done it. Like where I saw like dead people, shit like
Yeah.
that. But it's because that shit.
I
makes-
believe you, bro, because yo suffer this sleep paralysis, like a lot. Like
cruza, primo.
after no,
You got a lot of you got a lot of trauma in your brain.
Yeah, it
It's
happened
trying
to
to
me a
release
lot.
it.
Like it happened to me before COVID happened to me, but after COVID,
Es la Jenny.
yeah, it's like every week, once or twice a week.
Take some shrooms, bro.
So I learned how to control it. So yo me quedo like, no mames, like a veces sí, it trips me out because I'm like, oh shit, some of the shit that I see, it scares me.
yeah.
So I'm like, like what the fuck was that?
Well, that's the thing about that shit. Sleep paralysis, like it's like your dream world, all the shit you dream about,
Uh-huh.
but pretty much like reality.
Uh-huh.
It
Yeah,
mixed
yeah.
with what you're fucking going through.
Right.
Like,
So me quedo like, who the fuck was that right now?
yeah.
You know, uno de mis temores siempre ha sido que, like, who the fuck is gonna walk in this house? So, me he parado, supuestamente yo me he parado en el doorstep of my house, aquí en la puerta en mi apartamento.
Ajá.
There's somebody there, but I can never see them.
Yeah.
And está parado ahí, and like, as soon as I see them, like, I freeze. And I'm like, who the fuck are you? Leave my kids alone. Like, I feel like they're gonna get my kids.
Yeah.
So me quedo like, fuck you, vete a la verga. Like,
That's that,
I
that's that sequel de Nuestros.
yeah, bro.
You got some shit you gotta tap into. That's your brain.
Is it up Carlos? Man?
That's your brain. Like,
What?
all that shit.
That's because we got invited to.
Yeah, we got invited to
Do it. Take advantage.
And they said, hey, we're gonna do
Because
shows
when
on
they
the
do
pod.
that, like this is what I learned.
Can you go with me?
I'll go. Yeah, if I can, I'll go.
Yeah,
I-
I'm
okay.
sure, bro. I'm sure mi compa Carlos won't mind it.
Nah,
Yeah.
yeah. I've talked to him about this shit too.
Okay.
And we los entendemos. But that shit.
I just don't want to trip out and fucking
You're
act
gonna
a fool.
trip out, but it's gonna be okay.
Dude, we'll get you an Uber home. Don't worry.
Don't send me home, asshole. That's
Forget
my
about all
problem.
that shit. Think about like, fuck what you don't want to do.
Right,
Think about what you want to do. Think about like, I need clarity in this shit.
right.
Like literally start visualizing like
Answer Alex right now.
You need it. You need it right now.
Yes,
Fuck
I
sir.
it.
do need it. I think I do.
I think
You
all
need it.
you three, because I'm talking
Yeah.
about this shit, and I see your eyes, and
I'm interested.
I'm just
These
listening
fuckers
to-
take it as a joke. That's what I'm telling them. Like,
the
no,
ones
no.
that take it like a joke is the ones that's
Right.
serious with
Right.
shit.
I'm trying to come out of it, and you guys are like, oh yeah,
Because the real thing is that it's scary.
yeah, it is scary.
It's scary. Like it's not like little kids.
That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
The story that I seen
But-
in my fucking head, I'm like,
But it's scary. But in reality, it's nothing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
Because it's just your fucking.
I just
mind.
don't want to trip out outside of the trip out.
You can't. Doesn't happen. Only don't take acid. Just don't take acid.
Well, that's what I heard. I mean, acid will take you.
That's because it's synthetic. It has chemicals. In
Ah.
it. Mushrooms are natural. That's not gonna happen
Okay.
with mushrooms. The sapo is
I
natural.
don't want to get
Unos
out of
hongos
the
azules
zone.
and chiles saludos.
Nah, I don't trust synthetic shit. 'Cause
Yeah.
I've tried synthetic shit and it's
No.
not the same.
No, okay.
Similar, but it's like an emulation of them.
Pero no sé qué pedo, so I'm like, si me van a
That's
dar-
what I'm telling you. Like you gotta visualize what you want.
Right. I want some natural shit.
No,
Boom.
not
Not
natural
like
shit.
that way.
No, like in your life. In
Yeah.
your mind.
Oh.
The control. Think about where you lack control in your mind.
What do you? Yeah, exactly.
Like that shit that you tweak out about the guy.
Like
you know,
Yeah.
that's one thing
it's
that
el problema, güey.
you can't. This.
Nah,
I mean it is even for me because I try to quit this shit and this shit's not good at all. Like nothing. It's not good. Like
Answer
I don't
Alex.
give a fuck. Like if you want to be like somos hombres, pues nah la verga.
Vas a
whatever.
pistear, culo.
Like,
No
it's-
te culies, güey.
Soy culo. I say soy culo.
Hey, I got a question. Since you're bringing beer and you could say alcohol.
Vamos a darle a tu papá, güey.
No, not even that. I'm just. Do you think that's what older people have? Like they're, como
Way
decir-
out.
Yeah, their way out. Como
Yes.
like, no,
Alcoholism.
like
Yes.
they're
There's
using,
a coping. There's a coping.
like they're
Yeah.
using alcohol to cover something
to
up.
cope. This is the thing about alcohol. Why it's so fucking it sells because it's cope. Okay, so this is what I learned in therapy. You have trauma. Everybody has trauma. Mine is different from yours because tú aguantas diferente porque we've been through different shit.
Es que el perico mío está mejor que el tuyo, güey.
Oh, okay, so it's different. You feel different, but we all feel, right?
Right. Why you tripping, bitch?
'Cause we're
¿No te
talking
acuerdas
about
de
something
that?
else.
So-
Ya te escoció la nariz,
So
pendeja.
this shit is the easiest to just
Right.
get
It's easy to
drunk.
find.
It's just easy to. It's cheap, and then if you feel stressed, you feel happy, right?
That is me.
But what happens to those thoughts? What happens to those feelings? Where do they go?
They get suppressed.
They get suppressed. Exactly. What happens when you suppress something a lot, and then you keep going a lot.
You're just gonna explode
It's
at one
gonna
point.
fucking explode at one point. It's gonna happen because, and then you take a side of the health shit that is not healthy for you. So you put all that shit together. Like it's
fucking you up.
it's fucking you up. But we were taught that it's the way to cope.
And
You
it's
know,
cool.
or our parents, you know, like it's well, I bust my fucking ass, so therefore I could do this.
Yeah.
Okay, well, if you want to bust your ass for longer, you probably shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? And if you don't like busting your ass, well, don't and just vale verga and drink and die. But it doesn't go. It's just like weed. That's why I chilled out on the weed too. For me, it was like I gotta fucking smoke for everything. I gotta go take a shit. Oh no, I gotta go take a hit first so I could take a good nice shit.
Oh shit.
Oh, I'm done shitting fog. That was a hard shit. I'm take a hit.
No,
Everything, you know, like that's dependency. Like that's why, because I can't cope with taking a shit. Are you? I'm that big of a pussy that I gotta be high to take a shit.
shit.
This is the same thing, like this. But if you like, you know, you take.
He's gonna go take a shit.
If
right
you
now.
do things like you have faith,
Yeah.
you go to church. Like you don't have to get drunk to go to church. You go, you meditate. I meditate. I'm the type of person that I don't go to a service because I personally, to each their own, no offense, but I don't like the kind of people that get together for congregation. Because I feel like those type of people are like the type of people that do bad shit, and they're like, "Oh, we got to go all together, and then we're gonna take it like it's gonna go away." And I could keep. That's my judgment, right? So I prefer to go to church when it's alone, and I meditate, and I just on my own shit. I try to clear my mind, and I pray, and I think about the things that whatever I want to manifest or what I want to heal or whatever the fuck. That to me, is cope.
Yeah.
Like I cope with that.
You have a daughter. How important do you think it is to show your kids like religion, or
Faith, very
faith,
important.
Exactly.
Very. I'm already on my like And it's hard because when you co-parent, right?
Mm.
Like when you're together with your couple, more than likely you share values, you know?
Right.
So you imprint those values. In my case, it's not the case. My ex-wife, she doesn't share the values that I share. But to me, it's very important because I'm already 32 years old, and in my time, I've lived the most of my life without faith. And I get to this age, and I'm like, estoy bien pendejo. Like, it's been a lie.
And he's fucking younger than we are.
I'm just like, it's been a lie. Like, I've been living it a lie. Like, and I'm seeing it proof by like, with all the shit that I'm going through.
Mhm.
I'm like, it's a lie. And I'm like, I don't want my daughter to go through that.
Right.
Because I don't want to say that I'm right, but like in the case of me and my wife personally, I think I've died a little more times than her.
Right.
And I think I kind of have a clearer vision of what the fuck to expect. You know, I feel I'm very confident.
So can you tell us how many times you died?
7.
7.
There is a hell and there's a heaven.
So
And there's more. There's like more than that.
explain it quick action.
Okay.
The first time you died.
I think I was like 6 years old or 7 years old. Or no, I had to be younger than that. My grandpa, I was the first in my generation.
Right.
So he was really proud of me. I was the boy, the first of the generation.
Right. The blue eyes.
He liked to drink a lot.
Oh.
My grandpa. Smoke, play, poker, all the works. Fucking one of those grandpas.
Old school.
Old school.
Yeah.
And when I started walking, I was the one, you know, Mijo, tráeme una cerveza. And he would always fucking give me a sip. I started liking it really early. And I remember one time,
You?
me, yeah.
Like on some 3-year-old?
Yeah, 4-year-old. I was barely walking. And he would,
And you would zip it.
yeah, he would be like, tómale, mijo. And I would sip it and I liked it. Like as a little kid. Like I liked the beer. And I remember one time, a party, he just kept giving more and more and more and more and more.
You got drunk.
I
Your
got sick.
grandfather.
My grandpa, he was drunk. And I got sick because my mom made me milk. And when I drank the milk, after
You threw it up.
no, I got fucking alcohol poisoning.
Oh.
And I was so little that it was getting into my liver. Like, I was going to die and shit. That time.
Wow.
I was a little kid. And after that, my grandpa fucking stopped. Like, he didn't drink anymore. And that was like 4 years. He hasn't drank. He hasn't.
Wow. So you fucking busted his shit.
Well, I almost died. So
All right. Second.
the second time was similar, but he wasn't drunk that time.
Mm.
He was just, I don't know what the fuck. He was sick. Like he was getting sick from the drinking a lot of time.
Right.
And he carried me one time. And I remember he fell like from the stairs, like second floor.
Se cayó.
Se cayó with carrying me. He was carrying me.
Wow.
And so we both fell and he fell on top of me. And I remember that time, like, I almost was going to die. Like from that.
How old were you?
Like, it was like a year later, like 5 years old.
Wow. So you were little still. Little ass dude. No mames.
And he fell on top of me type shit. Like,
Oh my God.
yeah, because he was holding me like.
But he wasn't like foul size, right? Right now.
No. I was just
skinny.
little. I was just little and he was just big. and shit.
Yeah.
That was the second time.
Wow.
The third time, car accident with not the uncle that I played with, another uncle.
So you just love being in car accidents.
I guess so.
Bro. No mames, be careful. Okay.
Fourth
Fourth.
time. This is a funny story.
Run it. I like those.
I got my ass whooped by gangbangers.
Oh shit.
Bad.
What the fuck?
Bad. I was little. I was like 7. I used to
What
I
the
used to get.
fuck?
I used to get bullied in school.
Uh-huh.
No, I'm lying. I was like 9 years old.
Uh,
I used to get bullied a lot.
that's still little, dude.
Yeah, I used to get bullied a lot, and because I was kind of a nerd in elementary school, and I had like these 3 other friends, and we all got bullied really bad. And I remember one day, like one of them I forgot what the fuck happened. I think they whooped his ass, something bad, like bad. And we're pissed, like we're like, what the fuck, man? They keep fucking with us, the same niggas or same ninjas. Like what the fuck? Yes, we're like, well, let's make a gang. We're gonna make our own gang on some defending ourselves,
Right.
like because their brothers were game hangers, older brothers.
Oh, okay.
So that's why they thought they were cool and shit.
So you guys were trying to make a crew.
Yeah, we're trying to so we could fight against them. There were like 3 of them, and they had older brothers.
Right.
So I'm like, whatever. This shit lasted like 2-3 days. We made a gang and we're like, okay, this is gonna be the colors. We're gonna be called Land and Blood. Yeah, Land and Blood. The sign, Land and Blood.
A la verga.
And we're like, all right. So tomorrow after school, we're gonna go chill at the park, post up, so it could be known, like, you know,
This is us.
this is us. If they fuck with us, if they fuck with you, they're gonna have to fuck with all of us, like shit like that. All right. So we post up at the park before even the end of the school. They already knew, like they fucking knew already that we had a gang because we were talking about it and like kids were hearing and whatever. So they're like, "Hey, Land Blood Killer." They were already like on that shit at school. So we're like,
Bitch, a cachaza. How about that?
yeah, because it was like 4 of us and it was the 3 of them. So we're like, fuck it, we're gonna be at the park. We want to post up. We're post up at the park. They come on their bikes and we're just posted up. And it's like 2 or 3 of them on their bikes. And they're like, "Hey, yo, Land Blood Killer." And we're just like, "Hey, come through, whatever."
What up, bitch?
They're talking our shit. We're like,
Me acuerdo de mis ganguero days. I'm sorry.
We're like, "Yeah, come on, look at it." And they left, right? Whatever the fuck. A few minutes pass, and they come back, but now they got their brothers. Like their brothers are
They're
older brothers, and their older brothers are riding their bikes, and now they're on the pegs, and they got fucking bats, like aluminum bats. So we're like, I'm talking about like probably like a good 50 feet away, and we can see them coming on bikes, and we're not on bike. We're like, yeah. That's it. So I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, well, they're like,
¿Qué pedo?
like we're gonna fight, I guess.
I guess, yeah.
And when I look at these guys, 2 of them are already fucking running.
Hijos de la verga. Putos.
And then the one guy, the big chubby guy, he was still there and he's looking and he's about to start crying and shit. Like you could see that he's like,
Está agüitado el pinche.
pues es que wait, like it was 3, like
I would
grown as hell, and then with the bats, like fuck. So we're like, they're getting closer. And then we just look at it and like, let's fucking run, man. Like, fuck that shit.
Yeah,
but they were already like gonna fucking, like, they got to us. So, pinches batizas. I just remember falling.
Váyanse a la verga, culos.
I just remember falling and getting hit like a good fucking, like the wind knocked out of me. Like the wind was
I
like
remember
on my
those.
back, like on my back, on my fucking stomach. And like I remember the last one, I'm like,
darkness,
I can't
my
breathe
old
anymore.
friend.
That's how it felt. That's how it felt. Like the last hit, I'm like, I can't
Say it
catch-
again. Say it again.
Hello, Tech.
Say it again.
I love you're getting a kick out of my trauma, man.
No
Wait,
mames.
I thought they were gonna fuck me up like that. Like I was fainting. Like I fainted a little bit.
I'm pretty sure you did, motherfucker.
Yeah. And I got up. And here's the fucked up thing that I wasn't that far from my house. I was probably like literally like a block away from my house. The park was literally a block away. Like that. I was like that. Fucking bloody, like barely breathing.
La song.
Here,
Cántala, güey.
hello, darkness. Here's where the darkness set in, güey. Ahí te va. I love my mom. I love my mom. I love her so much, my mom. But when I got home, no, actually, I wasn't even home yet. And I was just thinking in my head. And I was like, trying to catch my fucking breath. Like, I'm like, I probably got a broken rib or some shit. And I'm just like, and then I calmed down a little bit. I'm like, I gotta calm down. I can't show up to home.
Mom's here.
I'm gonna show up to my. I'm gonna like, oh, what the fuck?
No, man, you tripped out.
I started tripping. I'm like, how's she gonna see? Oh my god, she's gonna fuck me up. Like my mom's gonna fuck me up.
On top of the fuck
On top of the fucked up. Because my mom was like that. She was she was hardcore. Like she was like,
hell yeah, she's a G.
she's fucking. And then so I get home and yeah, that's exactly what happened.
Te chingó.
She looked at me and she was like,
Pendejo.
she's like, okay, ¿quieres putazos? Okay.
Vámonos.
Okay, fucking smacked the shit out of me. I remember she was grabbing me. I was like, my back, my fucking. It was not good, but I can tell you this: I never was a gaming ever again.
Yeah.
I was in bed for like a fucking week. Like I'm pretty sure I fractured some ribs, but I just didn't tell. I was so scared.
You don't want to say.
I don't want to say what happened, and I was fucked up for a long time, and I just fucking I dealt with it.
Chabelo.
That was
Okay, we're live.
5.
Five.
Had to be later on getting chased by Manning's house.
Oh, that's a bad neighborhood, man. Let me
I
tell
got
you.
there. It was actually like 3 times that I almost got killed there in Manny's neighborhood.
Dijeron ahí
So in the corner store,
los amigos,
It's because
los
when
amigos, los morenos killed.
when I was fucking like when I was joining Crudos, like the second time I think, I would sleep over Manny's house a lot. Literally, I would pretty much live in his basement, like in the studio. So I didn't have a car. I was young. I would always be on the buses. I mean, I verga like the hood or any of that. I just went on the buses. Washington. I would get the fucking 26 bus or the Blue Island bus, and then get off on Washington and walk, or Rockwell actually, and walk from Rockwell on 24th.
Todo eso está feo,
And my
güey.
dumbass always walked on 24th fucking street, and that's where all the fucking the G's were. And I had one time I remember like we played at El Rey, so I
El Rey on Western?
yeah. So it wasn't even that big. That I took the 26 bus and I got off on Rockwell, and my dumbass was drunk. Like I remember I was just supposed to turn on 24th place, but I went to fucking 24th Street, and I don't know what the fuck. Some shit happened that night. Like they were like on a war, and the same shit. Like I was walking down the street or whatever. It always happened. It happened a bunch of times that they would fucking tweak, and they would see me and start talking shit. And I'm like, motherfucker, I walk here
Apenas acaba de
all the
caminar
time.
ayer.
Like, and they were just like all lost.
Who the fuck is this bitch?
Like deer, like deer with lights.
Yeah.
Like, and then they snap out of it and shit. And I remember this time, I'm pretty sure they were all fucking white or some shit. And same shit. I'm walking on the street. When I get to the middle of the block, oh, fuck. The whistle. Fuck. Yo, what up? Fucking, I think they're SDs. Fucking SDs. Sifo. And I'm like, my dumbass, because I was still kind of new, I started running. Like, I ran.
Te dio miedo.
Me dio miedo. And I'm like,
Yeah.
I learned later on, like, what you're supposed to do if you live in the hood, don't run. Like, just fucking,
Hey,
yo,
soy yo,
it's
güey.
me. Like, I didn't do that time.
Yeah, bro.
And I ran, and when I got to fucking, like, Washington, I turned the corner, and all of a sudden they start bucking. They're a little fucking, like a cheap, like a little gun.
22?
Like a 22, yeah.
Yeah.
But they started bucking at
Yeah.
me.
And you're like, ooh.
No, way. I froze.
Started doing
Because that was the first time I got bucked at.
you.
Like, I fucking froze. I was like, I tweaked, and then
What is this shit?
when I froze, they saw me. And they're like, oh. Like, they didn't say shit, and they just walked away. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta see these motherfuckers again. I saw them again, but yeah, this place.
We should have told him, like, bitch, you fucking
Nah,
bucked at me, you
I-
fucking asshole.
I was scared, way.
Fuck that. So we're at 6?
6,
7.
7. That was at the same street. The same shit. That was more than, because the car accident was 8. The 7th time was right there in the same street.
Si usted no es gato, es una pantera.
Some shit like that. The 7th time, I was already living with my ex-wife.
Hey.
And Manny. Remember I used to live with Manny?
Yeah.
On the top floor. And we had it was her birthday. Her birthday party. She has this fucking sister. Whatever, that fucking sister.
La cuñada.
La cuñada. And La cuñada got fucked up that night. And I remember she would bring around some dumbass motherfuckers that were toxic. And some shit happened with her at my girl's birthday party. Like, and I'm like, that's why we didn't want to invite her. Whatever, fuck. She ended up dipping on some drunk shit.
Por eso no te invito, güey. Tú eres bien tóxico.
Hey, Misa was like, hey, it's not going to be long, right?
This is like, I thought it was an hour, bro.
You said that you were not trying to finish that late. Oh, you can't open me.
Nah.
You can't open.
I thought,
I'm like an
I
old.
thought you said we're gonna be done by 11:30.
Wait, I'm like an old.
What time is
man.
it?
Ya son
Nah,
las 3 horas
we're
casi.
good. We good.
Hey, so then my cuñada dipped, whatever the fuck. It was a whole fucking like shindig. Like my suegra got worried because so point is that we had to go pick her up, and it was like 2 a.m.
Tu cuñada.
Mi cuñada, because she had left somewhere
With the guy.
with the guy, and then they got in a fight, and it was bad.
Fuck you, ganguero.
Yeah, no, he wasn't a ganguero. He was
Oh, no?
he was dumb.
Okay.
Toxic.
Yeah, he's toxic. So
Pinche fastino looking ass.
So we had to go pick her up, and I used to drive. Remember the Rammer I used to drive? I don't know if you met me when I had the Mountaineer.
No, güey.
It was like an Explorer, a Mountaineer, but it was a straight. No, I had it después of you guys.
Yeah?
Mercury, no Mercury.
Yeah, Merc. Did you remember it?
I don't even.
No.
I know what truck is that is. So.
Yeah, it was a Rammer. Wait, it fucking like it fucking
Sin mofle, se le cayó el mofle.
no muffle, fucking old, rusted,
No
green,
muffle.
a little lifted. like it was a fucking rammer.
What the fuck?
So but that's what I had at that time. That's what I bought. I was proud of it. I bought it for like $800 or something.
Hell yeah.
So I'm like, hey, he's getting me to work. Fuck yeah. I'm
Pinche Vanguardia's paying me.
No, it wasn't
I'm
even-
kidding. I'm
it
kidding. I'm
wasn't even
kidding.
Vanguard, it was,
I'm kidding. It was adrenaline, güey.
No, I think it was Anarquia. It was first Anarquia there. So then, whatever way, I'm pissed as fuck because this shit's going on. So I'm just driving. We go pick her up. And then we pick her up and I'm just bitching at her. And my dumbass goes through 24th Street. Fucking
Oh my god.
driving fucking all crazy. Like, what bitching at this girl. How the fuck? Why do you even come if you're going to be whatever the
Right.
fuck? We get bricked by the guys right there on 24th Street.
You get a brick to the head or what?
Bricked on the truck.
Oh.
While we're driving by, they cracked my back windshield. I'm like, fuck. So I stop. I know to stop.
Right.
Yo, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And they're all tweaked out. Hey, oh shit. Like, oh, it's because they just killed this fool's fucking nephew. And you guys are speeding. I was going
Yeah,
fast.
you're in hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, it's because we're going through some shit. And then, oh, my bad. And my girl's going off on them too. What the fuck? What if we would have had our kid? You fucking dumbasses. I'm
Dumbasses,
like,
yeah.
chill. Don't, no es pa' tanto tampoco.
Hey.
And they're like, hey.
Nos van a matar, güey.
Now they're like, hey, well, let's just take a shot. In the middle of the fucking street after they broke our fucking.
Sacas el bajo y you're like, ah.
I'm just like, I'm like over it. And at
Yeah.
that point, I'm like, I just want to fucking go home, man.
Right.
And they're like, hey, let's take a shot. Whatever, take the fucking shot. In that moment that we're taking the shot, fucking car at the end of the street turns off the lights.
Fuck you.
Fuck. I already fucking know. Like, they're all tweaking already.
Right.
Yo. That nigga starts fucking speeding. So I'm like, where the fuck? I'm trying to fucking duck. I push my girl and I duck on the car. My dumbass cuñada, güey, starts freaking out. Like, on the most dramatic dumbass shit. Like, oh my God. And she just fucking stays in the fucking,
Bien frisada.
in the open way. And they're
No
coming and they're fucking
mames.
fucking. Like, from the end already. They're already fucking like. So I'm
You're
just,
getting sprayed.
we're getting sprayed with. So I gotta grab this dumbass bitch. Fucking drop her. She
Super
fucking,
escuñada.
man, it all happened fast. Güey.
I'm pretty sure,
It
yes.
was like 10 seconds. And then next, we're just there. Like, fuck,
Where's that shot at?
Like, did anybody get hit? Because
Are
everybody,
we okay?
like, this bitch is crying and she sounds like she got shot.
Right.
Like, my girl is just tweaked out on the floor. And then
Right.
I'm just like, am I good? Because I have adrenaline,
Is my dick still there?
Yeah, like, I got everything and shit.
1, 2, 3, yeah.
But that was that. That was the
Yeah.
second time.
Holy shit, Chabelo.
8. There's an 8th, too. I forgot.
Running with the 8th.
On 53rd and Holman. I used to live on 53rd and Holman.
Damn, that's hood
You
hood.
lived in all hood.
I went through all the hoods.
Why the fuck did you move there?
Necesidad, güey.
No mames. Yo por eso me vi en ver, güey, en aquí, gated community y no todo, güey. Dije, hey, Chabelo va a venir ahí, vanguardia.
Chabelo viene just buck that and shit. Lost one life.
Si ve el carro ahí
Dancing though, but he gets to the
balanceado, like, déjelo pasar.
Pero es vivo de Michoacán.
Hey, pero on the stage, bien alegre y bailando.
Ah, huevo. Nah. So, 8th.
8th, that one was quick. Just chilling in front of the porch there. Because we used to do that. My girl smoked cigarettes, or my ex smoked cigarettes, and I smoked weed. So we would sit on the stoop, like in the front
Yeah.
steps. I don't know what happened or why. Some shiesty ass motherfuckers riding around in his bike. And I'm like,
These dick.
I'm just
What
like,
the fuck?
I'm like, I could see him because we lived in the middle, like in the middle of Holman and like 53rd and then 54th. Yeah, it was 53rd and 54th. And then we're like in the middle.
Right.
So on 53rd, you just see this motherfucker going back and forth. And I heard. I'm
So
like,
this guy was already watching you.
yeah. No, it was quick. It was like maybe like a minute that he rode once. And I told this girl, I'm like,
Watch este pendejo.
like he just looked at us. I don't know why he's looking at us. There's one time, but he's looking at us. And she's like, hey, you're tweaking, whatever. Like, she's
Yeah,
from the
dude.
hood too, So she's like, nah, we'll just wait until something happens.
Right.
He comes around the second time. But the second time he's coming faster and shit. And I'm like, nah, he's on some bullshit. Nah, whatever. He passes and we're talking, whatever the fuck. Yeah. Ahí viene el güey otra vez. But this time he's not going fast, he's going slow. and he fucking starts shooting towards us. But from, mind you, it's like a good, it's the half of the block, so it's kind of far.
Okay.
He doesn't like, it doesn't look like he could fucking aim and shit. But we're sitting on the steps, and it was fast, so you just see the fucking bullets like hit the steps,
Damn.
like right in front of us, and it hits like one of the trucks in front. And I'm like, what the? We're just looking at each other like, what the fuck? Like, how many times this shit's gonna happen? You know what I'm
But he
saying?
didn't even flag you guys or nothing. He just started.
No, he was just
bucking at
looking.
you?
He was just bucking away. There was just like somebody from another hood just trying to get somebody type shit.
That's fucked up, man.
That was number 8.
Damn. So
The car accident number 9.
that was a recent one.
That was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago. I just got another car accident, but that one wasn't that bad.
That was minor.
Thank God. Yeah,
It's crazy.
got a lot of lives.
He just keeps crashing them off on the pizarrón.
Nah, I gotta change. Every time that it happens, each time, there's more that I can't even fucking wait. Son más. Because now that I'm really thinking about it,
Cuéntalas.
no way. So there's a lot of drunken ones.
Ooh,
There's
I
a lot-
love those.
Nah, they're.
I've been through a lot of those.
I don't like those. I don't like remembering them because they fucked me up. But there was now that I think about it, yeah, there were some fucked up ones. Like,
So when we talk about remembering, what's the difference between the shrooms and the toad?
the shrooms.
Because we're gonna go try this shit.
The shrooms is just like not as strong as the toad.
So how
The
long?
toad is like an intense, like boom, like it's quick.
Yeah.
Like the only thing you're gonna feel.
So the toad, how many hours is that?
It's not even an hour. It's like 50, like the first time I did it was 30 minutes.
Oh my god! I need
The
to try that
second
one.
time I did it was 5 minutes.
I don't like hours type
The
of shit.
third time I did it was only like a minute and a half.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So,
so
but
where-
it's different. Everybody's different.
el
I've
toad,
seen
¿dónde puedo ir? El toad.
Marito, Cali.
¿Cuánto cuesta?
Well, that's something you gotta talk to him. From what I know that he does, is that he doesn't like charging like type shit, but he's like his
Donations.
Yeah, he's like, because then I could buy more because that shit's expensive.
Well, how expensive para que podamos dividir? Y decir,
He doesn't.
We'll
say,
talk about off camera.
No, I don't know. Like
Oh,
I don't know. It's because he doesn't. He's really like
Close about that.
not
Very,
close.
very,
It's not. It's
to
not.
himself.
It's not a charging thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't do that to make money. He plays music to make money.
Right.
He does that shit to heal people. But that's, you know
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
But
yeah, yeah.
some people have money, you know what I mean? So he's like, if you have money to fucking, so I could buy more medicine. Because there's some motherfuckers that are like crackheads, they're home, whatever, you know, they're going through it. They
So
can't-
sí lo puede sacar esa madre.
Yeah, he has. I mean, I'm not saying it's because it's like this, bro. It's not, it doesn't cure you. It's nothing cures you. Like there's no such a thing as
Yeah, no, I get you.
cures you.
Yeah.
What it does is it makes you fucking, like life clouds you.
Like realize it kind of.
You get clouded from bullshit and everything you go through, and you're not able to make decisions clear-minded because you're still pissed about something that happened years ago, or you're still hurt about something that happened a lot of years ago you forgot about. So you're not able
Okay.
to make the clear.
Yeah.
So when you do that, you reset. You reset yourself. It's like you die and you're reborn.
Como que se te borra el cassette, pues.
Because you don't really die, but you die. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like you come back like fucking fresh. Like every time I've came back,
Super reset it.
super like clear. Like you could tell me, mentame la madre. Like
Okay.
I'm just, like, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm just, there's nothing you could
Wow.
do to piss me off. But you have to keep in mind that life doesn't stop.
Right.
That's gonna wear off because eventually someone is gonna piss you off if you let them.
How long into it?
So that's where you come into play, where you have to start. It's up to you how you start making the
I'm gonna have
decisions.
to,
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
tell my wife about this one. Man.
Wait, look it up. Like
I
it's-
am interested. I am super interested.
I'm talking
I-
about like getting my wife to do it. Actually,
It's look at
Reset yourself.
it's like this.
es bien enojona por eso.
This is what I say. Like some people need that shit. Like me, I was a dumbass. I did a lot of stupid shit in my life that I was paying for, but I deserved it. And I was gonna keep going the cycle, like keep repeating until it got big, until I killed myself or some shit. You know,
Right.
I needed it.
A veces así uno se siente, bro. Like,
Yeah.
like, no mames, like,
I needed it. And then there's some people that like, fuck, they go through it. Like they go through it. Like the worst of the worst that you could admit. Like sexual abuse, fucking neglect, abandon, the worst. And those people, they deserve it. because it ends up being a liberation.
Mm.
For me, it was a castigo because motherfucker, I needed to pay for some shit. I needed to face some shit. I needed to account myself for some shit. There's people that account themselves for things that no mames, like,
Yeah.
because they can't hold anybody else responsible because the person that did shit to them either they're not there. You know what I mean? So
Right.
what do? They're just confused.
Se guardó eso.
They're confused and they feel like they can't be normal people anymore. And those people, they live different, bien amargados. They're usually the bitter people, the sad people, or sometimes it's the most sweetest people you'll ever meet. Like, you don't know them personally, and they're so fucking sweet. They have a huge heart, and you're just like, that person probably had such a good life. And it's like, no, they didn't.
No.
They're probably the person that went through the most. And they're clinging on to any little bit of light because that's the only light they've ever had in their life.
Damn.
And those people deserve it. They deserve to see the light because that's what happens.
Now that you're saying that kind of brings to life like Robin Williams, like
Yeah. He brought a lot of joy to people.
exactly.
And he was not happy.
He was not happy. Yeah, you're right.
That's
Wow.
the case. That was the case for me. Like, the last fucking years, no one knew that I was fucking going through what I was going through. Like, last 2 years, the year before, I was going through some shit where I was like,
Yeah.
like, I might fucking die. I fuck around and die. And it might be what happened. And I didn't give a fuck. And no one knew that shit. Everybody's like, Chabelo.
Chabelo, yeah.
Yeah, he's
that was me.
crazy.
Ya es viernes, chaval.
Crazy. And
Ya
I'm
es
just like,
viernes,
what the
Chabelo,
fuck,
yeah.
give me a shot so I could say it or whatever. Fuck. And it's like, you got to find a balance. If you care, if you really, really, really fucking, because the most selfish thing you could do is just not care. You know what I mean? Like, in my case, I found a purpose in my life. And it's not just playing music. Like, now I could share this shit.
Right.
Like, I talk to so many people almost every day, and sometimes people cry to me way. Sometimes people are like, fuck, like, damn, it's like I'm tweaking on this shit, and you're telling me this, and I'm just
Right.
like, this is what I'm here for. I think that's what God put me here for, like, not to play music. The music was just an enganche
Sí.
to just grab you.
Sí.
But now when I got you, I'm like, light. You're suffering, light, happiness, real happiness. Fuck this. No, you're life. Like, because that's what I do. I preach that shit. I don't no longer preach like pendejadas. I don't like talking about let's get fucked up or let's.
No wonder you said yuck hace rato.
Don't get me wrong.
I texted some dumb shit. He's like, yuck. I'm like, oh, okay, now it makes sense.
He was like, no, it's because the balance, bro.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed those things, but I did already too much.
Yeah.
Like, it's like I'm not gonna get anything else from it.
¿Qué consejos tienes for like people that, let's say, are afraid of doing these things, like mushrooms, but they want to have that balance
In general, like,
yeah.
Okay, well,
you have been a person que ha probado de todo, bro.
Yeah. So that's the good thing about it, is that you don't have to do one or the other. There's all these tools. There's so many tools. I told this shit to somebody like literally 2 days ago because they were like, how do you get over pain? And I'm like, pain never goes away, or like the wounds never fucking go away. Like that, you're nothing. Nobody could take that. This won't. What you could do is you could learn how to heal the wound. Echarle a fucking antibiotic every now and then when it gets infected. It's gonna get infected, just in metaphor, right? Think about it like that.
Hell yeah.
Like, you're gonna meet somebody that's gonna remind you, and you're not gonna have a choice. But but how are you gonna treat it? Like, you know what I'm saying? When you feel that. So therefore, you could. That's the beauty of it, is that there's so many things you can use to cope. Cope with this. You can cope with this. You could cope with eating. People eat a lot. Like I'm like that.
De mis compas no estás hablando.
No, I like when I stopped. That's why I was really fat for a while. And that was because of that. Because I'm like, I'm gonna stop smoking, and then I just ate a lot. You know what I mean? When I started doing the faith, like I told you, I started shifting away from this. You know what I mean? Slowly started being like, I'm good. When I started doing the gym, even more. Like, just even more. Like, I'm like, I don't want to be hungover. I gotta wake up early. Gotta go gym. I'm starting to see results. Like, if I back
You
up,
looking sexy as fuck.
like if I back up 1 week, que hueva otra vez to get the mindset again.
Right.
Like, and I just started pushing it more and more. And the weed too, like more, and this shit too. And then I started feeling more fulfilled. That's when I started opening my mind to like, your life isn't bad, motherfucker. estás bien pendejo. Like, you could use all this dumb shit to make people feel better. At least. And allí, a lo mejor no te vas a ir al cielo, pero ya le estás dando pinche sentido a tu
No, güey,
vida.
no te periqueando, güey.
Like,
He's like, he's like,
he's like, estoy llorando, güey. No estoy periqueando. It's just hitting. We're in the fields and shit.
Yeah.
I'm a deep guy, man. I'm a deep guy.
bro, I'm feeling you, bro.
I'm
I'm
not-
like, damn, no mames.
I don't.
That's why I'm not even talking.
Es
I'm
que,
just soaking
es
in
que no,
everything
I am too, bro. I've been through phases, and I'm going through phases right now, actually, to be honest. And the phases that I feel like you've gone to, and you're speaking to me, and I'm like, oh shit, like
It makes sense, right?
it makes sense. It does make sense
Yeah.
to me because pues you know when I went through it, like
Yeah.
sí me morí un pinche rato.
Sí, of course.
Y after that, like I got a little PTSD out of it. So
You
like,
get depressed, bro.
no, bro.
You
like,
get depressed because you think, why did this happen to me?
yeah.
I've been
And
so
then
good.
and then you wake up out of it and you're like, why the fuck am I still here?
Yeah.
So te metes en un pinche hoyo bien culero, güey. Like I've been in it back and forth y he salido, pero me metí otra vez and I'm like, what the fuck? Like, pero no me meto en other than this porque like me da miedo.
Yeah.
Me da
Well, even
miedo.
that enables it. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
And that's how I feel. I'm like, I don't want to be the enabler. I just want to be like, face it and be like, hey, you know what, like, hey,
Yeah.
tranquilo, boom, boom, boom. And like the conversation we're having right now me saca de onda. I know Misa's gone through it because like my father went through it
Yeah.
también, you know, and I know his father went through it. Y por eso a veces nos burlamos. And like, to me, my biggest factor has always been like, I make a joke out of it. Me encanta make a joke out of it. Like,
That's cool too. You know what I
like,
mean? But at the end of it,
pero at the end of it, like, sí duele.
yeah.
And you're like, fuck. Like, I understand him. Pero también cuando él dice, like, oh, like, I think something's wrong with this. I'm like, eres puto, güey. Like, that's how
That's the immediate-
that's my
that's the
immediate-
reaction.
my
You make that,
reaction. You know, like, I don't give a shit. Like, yo
Yeah.
soy así. So, like, the fact that he wants to talk about it, like, and then we talked about it with you,
Yeah.
that you've been through it and you come out of it, like, it's fucking badass. Por eso
Yeah.
yo me quedo like, oh shit, like,
It's not random. That's what I'm telling you, bro. Nothing is random. And why am I just like Marito
Yeah.
came to look? That's why look at how this is nothing random. Like Marito was like, okay, I'm gonna stay only if I try to heal Edgar. Y si no lo curo, because Edgar wanted to leave and we didn't want him to leave.
right.
And he's like, si no lo curo, yo me quedo. Like, meaning he was gonna do the assuming that Edgar iba a querer hacer el sapo
Reaccionar or
Yeah.
whatever.
and then do it. And he quickly was like, no, it's not gonna work because he's smart. He knows that Edgar's like he wasn't gonna want to do it. So he's like, I'm gonna stay. But like, check this out. Check how crazy it is. Like, I'm gonna solve your guys' problem. Like you need to keep the project going. You need an accordion player. Here's the fucking ultimatum I have. And I had already done the research on the sapo, and it was like, if you guys all do el sapo together, and I know you guys are like that, and you're about
So
it,
you're clicking.
you're clicking, then I'm gonna fucking stay in the band. And in my head, I had the biggest fucking goosebumps.
He just wanted to reset.
I had the biggest goosebumps because I was like, I was holding on to my life, like for something good.
Right.
Like I needed something good. Y ahí llega este way solving two problems. Like, I'm gonna be your accordion player, but the only way is if you let me cure you.
Yeah.
Like, shit's not random, bro.
Yeah.
And now I'm here, and you're going through your shit, and I'm here talking
Yeah.
my shit. Like,
Yeah, por eso te estoy diciendo, like,
everything is for a reason. Like, that's why.
we're
Like,
gonna do it,
that's
Misa.
What?
We're gonna do it. We're
Let's
gonna do it.
I'm down, man.
look. And then what I was gonna say,
I do need a reset. That's
like, what I was gonna say is like that.
I do need a reset.
Sometimes you don't need like that's the thing. That's the beautiful thing is you don't have to do that if you don't want. Like, therapy works, but I already told you how that goes. It's not. None of it is easy.
I want it to be quick and fast. I don't want to be. I don't want to be.
All right.
I don't want to be the person like doing the whole.
None of
fucking
it-
Year.
So none of it is easy. Like, the quick way is not easy, and the therapy way is not. They're all
But
tienen su pedo, güey.
pero wasting my time is not easy either.
Yeah.
I need to do it quick because I have things to do, bro.
The best case scenario is if you do both. 'Cause that's the best. Because you're going into one thing like not knowing, trying to find out, right?
Yeah.
But you find out emotionally. And the other one is giving you perspective. There's someone talking to you. Someone literally like, hey, this is going on. This is.
But I'm the type of person que yo, like, I see it. So yo veo que yo estoy mal.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Or I'm going through whatever shit I am going through. So yo say, I extract myself out of it. I'm like, yeah, estoy mal, pero I'm going to be like.
Most of the time, that's not the problem. Like, most people are able to acknowledge, like, I'm wrong. The hard part is digging why. Like, why do you do it? That's where we go crazy. That's where we fucking push it to the side and we become shitty people. Because we're like, okay, yeah, I fucked up. Nah, pues ya chingue. I know I fucked up. Don't do it again. Why did you do it? If you don't know that why you did it this time, how the fuck you know you're not going to do it again next time?
Oh, okay.
You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's where perspective helps you. Like, therapy does that for you.
Yeah.
Because therapy literally, it hurts because it's slow and painful. But wait, you know yourself in and out. You know what I'm saying? And thoroughly, like written down.
Yeah.
Shrooms, you know yourself intuitively. You feel me? It's intuitive.
Yeah.
And it's cool. But that's why I say both, ese es el rey. If you do both. Because I did both. I did therapy and sapo. And that's why I have this, like a little bit of like the perspective on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not just saying like, oh yeah, I saw this.
I saw God.
Yeah, I did, but it's more complex than that.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug. Okay.
Así es, man. That's
bro.
That's what it is.
Pinche Chabelo, bro. Qué gustazo, bro. Hablar contigo, bro. You have always inspired me, bro. You know that. Always inspired me, bro. Desde el momento que te conocí, el momento que we were both shy. I was shy with you.
Yeah, we're
you were
timid.
shy with, I was. Y al último, like, dude, we had a good chemistry on stage, and then it made me grow more. And then he used to tell me, he's like, hey, wait, Chabelo, he's worth what we're paying him. A mí no me pagues, págale a él.
Bro, no, I'm grateful because you guys, like, that was like when I had my daughter with you, like, because of you guys, I was able to, like,
I remember, bro,
do all that.
Yeah,
like, to be honest with you, I'm gonna tell you what I'm grateful for you guys for. You guys were the first guys to be, because you were asking me like about pay with other bands. You guys were the first guys to show me what my value was.
Oh yes,
and I appreciate that. Like, because going forward, I was not the same Chabelo. Like, I took my shit serious. You guys helped me.
Yeah.
Like,
we actually did. We used to argue all the time. It's like, hey, wait, like, you can't lowball him. Eso es lo que está cobrando. Eso te lo vas a pagar, and that's it.
And that was the first time that I'm like, man, like, fuck.
Me están pagando.
No, it's not even that. It's like, I gotta snap.
Yeah.
You know, because it's not just.
And you did, bro.
It's not like just being you're a hot shot and you charge.
Right.
And that's not just it. Like, because it's embarrassing if you do that and then you fucking suck.
Dude, you seen our aniversarios que hacíamos? Pack. And you were like, everybody wanted to see Chabelo. Nobody wanted to see me. They wanted to see Chabelo.
What are you talking about?
¿Sí o no? We used to pack it up because, like, oh, Chabelo, like, was hiding on the stage. Dude, it was fucking beautiful, dude. And we made good money. We like, whatever it was,
good
dude.
Times,
it was good times.
Good fucking memories.
Yes, bro. Y te agradezco un chingo que hayas venido, bro, a platicar, bro. And I want to talk to you more. Because
this needs to be a series. I told you.
Yeah, man.
I
think we should.
This is 30%.
Yes.
There's so much more.
Yes, bro. No, and I always knew it. And I told him, like, hey, bro, like, Chabelo ya te canceló como 3 veces, pero, like, still, like,
it's worth it. I'm making up for it.
Yeah.
I'm giving you 3 episodes worth right now.
You are, bro. Like, honestly, like, because I knew you the transitions you went through.
Yeah.
So,
and I'm still going through.
Yeah, and then we talk quick action. I mean, it's like, hey, bro, like, you kind of apologize. You're like, hey, bro, like, I'm sorry, like, the shit that I did to you. And I was like, what are you talking about? I was like, nah, bro, I wasn't okay there. But, like, you did something for me. I'm like, hey, wait, don't worry about it. We're good. And to the day that you went, te hiciste vanguardia, I was like, hey, wait, vamos a ir para acá y vamos a contratarnos. And I went, like, outside of state and fucking try to get you guys in Indiana y X cosa. I'm like, Chabelo, I'm going to get you a deposit. Aquí está tu depósito y vámonos para allá y X cosa. Like, I was been a big fan of you, bro. Big fan of Vanguardia, big fan of Hector también. And I want to bring Hector here. Ojalá me lo convenzcas para que venga para acá, bro.
He will. He got a lot of shit to talk to.
Yeah, bro. Like, I want people like that, bro. Que nos hablen sus experiencias. You know, Primo se aburre ya, pero, like, porque es vocalista.
I'm soaking it all in, bro. No,
you should.
It's a lot. I know a lot of people that I say this shit. I have half and half.
Yeah.
I have half people that are like, stay away otra vez con sus pinches
No,
mamadas.
no, bro.
And then I have another half that like they get goosebumps.
Yeah, I do.
Because they're like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
like,
bro.
damn, I feel that. Like, damn, I like Osmani.
Because I feel like
Like
como que uno like a veces no expresa lo que quiere decir, but
Well-
then you come along, have conversations with us, and I'm like, oh my god.
Well, you know what? I think that mean it's because we knew the old Chabelo,
Yes. Yes.
and I know that you're genuine.
The transition that you made.
Yeah.
I'm like, man, bro, like no mames,
I
pinche Chabelo.
appreciate that, guys.
So I'm like, man, I gotta talk to this guy. And like I said, I want to talk to Hector también, because el trayectoria de sufrir feo, and now he's like, what, vanguardia? Like, dude, like the
man,
face.
I saw you guys at Rancho Los Guzman 2 weekends ago.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
I was lit, man. It was a good show.
It was fun.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah. Was that your son or who? There was a little boy there.
Oh no, that's Joel's son.
Joel's son,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
He was all like, man,
Yeah.
yeah, it was all into it. I'm like, that kid's gonna be a musician.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a choice no more. And I sealed the deal that day because I went up to him, I'm like, check this out. You can do it like
Yeah,
this.
bro.
And he was like this.
Hey, little shit like that, bro, inspires little kids,
Yeah.
bro.
You never know who's watching.
Nah, he was like paying attention to everything. He's like, I know. I'm like, look, you can play real soft like this.
Yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah,
that's it.
yeah.
And then you can fucking smack it like that, and it sounds big. And he's like, yeah. And I love that shit.
Yeah, bro.
I love any time that anybody like
It's
feel-
having a good time with your shit,
yeah,
bro.
they feel like if I have an effect on them, like fuck yeah,
That's
like that,
badass.
that shit. Fuck the pay, bro. Like fuck
Yeah.
all that. Like
En escenario, güey, se olvida todo.
yeah, like
Yeah,
that shit.
todo, bro.
That shit's that's what I've been preaching lately. Like now I appreciate my job.
Yeah.
I went through a whole hating it,
Yeah.
and now it's like, wait, no mames, like.
I want to be there.
For someone to come up to me que no me conoce ni madres, like,
Like, hey.
nada de que me diga, like, wey, nada más es viernes, compa Chabelo. They don't even want me to say shit. They just want to say that to me and for me to snap.
Yeah.
And with that, they come up to me and almost crying, like,
Yeah, bro.
fucking thank you. And then I'll say a little bit of the shit that I like to talk. And then they'll be like, bro, thank. And I'm just like, I get goosebumps,
Yeah,
bro.
bro.
Like,
Hell
I'm like,
yeah.
my life has meaning.
Yeah.
Like I can't put a price on that. Like
Hell
I have
no, bro.
effect on you, like, and it's good.
Yeah.
Like it's the positive thing.
Hell
It's
yeah,
making
bro.
you like quiero ser
I want more.
I want good shit.
Yeah.
For
I want
sure,
more.
bro.
Come on, primo.
No, bro. Hopefully we have a part 2 of this.
3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
Then,
Bro.
guys, and then we take that trip too. You know what I'm saying?
I want to.
We need an
Yeah, I do.
episode. We need an episode with Piggy para que se componga el güey.
So culo. He needs compensation.
We'll give him a Dr. Phil section
No, I'm
too.
saying he-
Yeah.
Hey,
He needs about 3 hours.
For real.
Nah, but thanks, bro. Hey, where can people find you on social media in case somebody wants to get a hold of you and be like, hey, man, I want to take that trip too, bro.
well, we get into details about it in my DMs. You can hit me up on Instagram, Chabelo Vanguardia. Facebook is still kind of outdated.
Hey, that's what I
Instagram,
think Instagram.
Instagram, and Twitter.
Get on Facebook. I'm on Facebook.
I'm on Facebook
old.
too, but
I'm old.
they don't let you use nicknames, so I can't use my artist name. on
Ah.
there. Yeah. But I'm on there as my real name, Efren Vasquez, on Facebook. I'm on Twitter.
What happened to Spurgus?
They took it off. They told me no.
What the
They're
fuck?
like, hey, yo,
Esa la verga, dile.
show me your ID that it says that shit.
Ah, la
And my
verga.
ID said McLovin.
Es que tú eres-
Ah!
Wait, when you say Spartacus, you get that from that thing you do?
Yeah.
that's a badass.
That's where,
movie, bro.
okay, that's when my first, that's where my alter ego comes from. Because remember the guy?
Faye was my crush, bro.
Yeah. The dude would always be like,
I
That's
didn't know about
Aerosmith's
that.
daughter.
yeah, it's Aerosmith's daughter, yeah.
Yeah,
Wow,
you guys
I didn't
watch
know
it?
that.
Bro,
Yeah,
these guys been like-
watch it.
these guys
Somos
watch
paisas,
Carter
güey.
Center
Somos bien
movies,
paisas,
man.
güey.
No,
Fuck
which
that.
one are you talking about?
That thing you
That
do.
thing you do.
Yeah.
You do that thing.
It's an old movie. You
I'm gonna have to watch it.
breaking my
It's pretty
heart
good.
into a million
But-
pieces.
Con permiso. Ten más palabras.
No, dude. I appreciate you accepting and coming over. And like I said, you're gonna have to come again, man.
I'm
I mean,
down.
we got a good.
I might fucking unorganized ass might cancel like 2 or 3 times.
No,
But
no.
when I come, I'll make
Nah,
it
you're
like
good,
long.
Well, like I was telling him, like, we had to cancel last time, but you rescheduled. You told me, hey, I
Yeah.
can do this day.
Yeah.
Hey, fuck it,
No,
But-
Chabelón. Chabelón. Yo estoy bien agradecido, bro. Like, bien agradecido que hayas venido, bro. Like, we had this pending conversation for a while, bro. Like, ahorita vamos a 3 horas y media or whatever. Pero I'm loving it, bro. Like, because, like,
It's just enjoying.
you've seen us grow. Like, we all grew together. And
Yeah.
then we see you as a star now. And
I'm not
like,
a star, man. I'm
nah,
your
you're a
guys'
star.
friend, bro.
To me, you're a star, bro.
I'm a star in the sense that I shine. Like, if you're sad, I can make you happy.
Nah,
There
you
you
do.
go.
You
I'll
do,
take it
you
like
do.
that,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, nah, but to me, you're a fucking star. Yo te veo en escenario, bro, and I'm like, oh shit, I enjoy you. I enjoy you watching you, bro. Like, no mames, like
Damn,
the shit
thank
you taught, the shit
Thank
you
you for
taught
that.
me, the shit you taught us. Y ahí está Misa. Que te diga, bro. Like,
yeah, like I said earlier, you're
like, bro.
You know, now that you're talking to us, like we know we knew the old.
We knew,
Chabelo.
yeah, we knew the old Chabelo.
Like,
man,
what
like,
the fuck is he on now? It's
Yeah,
been
nah,
years.
bro.
It's just fucking-
It's
Pero-
a different Chabelo.
crazy,
man.
I
it's
grew up a
different
little
Chabelo.
bit.
Yeah.
So, like, I appreciate that, bro. Y te agradezco que hayas venido como compas, bro. Como, like, the friends that we are, bro.
Hell yeah.
You know, like, make this your home, bro. Una plática quieres echar, véngase para acá.
Epa.
All right.
Sale.
For sure, bro.
Bueno, señoras y señores, ojalá les haya gustado la entrevista con mi compa Chabelo.
Eso.
Señores y señores, nosotros somos
Los Calentanos Podcast.
Ahora, cochos.
Permiso.